as well. Look at that. Typical Greg. Here comes playing. Oh, my word. Absolutely magnificent. Reed. He rose so high. Touched the sky. 2-1 down. 3-2 up. It's meant to be. It's surely meant to be. It's
Be a long night. Paquetá, he's played it through, and Bowen's in. It's up for grabs now. He's done it.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the good, the bad, and the ugly. We're waiting for the ugly one to turn up. The good and the bad are here at the moment. We're just waiting for the other one to show his face. Hope everyone's doing well and obviously had a good day, where it's been a bit indifferent. But other than that, it's all good. Fuzzy, how are we, mate?
A little tense, can't lie. Finals literally just kicked off. I'm doing all right though. I don't know about my club after 90 minutes, but we'll have to wait and see what the destiny, as I called it, the final of the club destiny for Man United, and it does feel like it's going to be like that tonight. We'll see what the future holds. If we win tonight, we could have a good summer transfer window, and if we don't, then we'll probably have a shit transfer window. So, yeah,
We'll cover that as we were chatting beforehand. But as always, let's say hello to the great people in the chat that's always with us. And starting off with our good old friend Matt. Big up, mate. Big up, Tony in the panel. Hope you're well, Matt. Good to see you. And good evening to Michael as well. Big up, Tony, Fuzzy, Anthony, and of course, all the chatters. Without you, there'd be no show, so hit the likes. Thank you very much. And as always, yeah, that's what it's all about, enjoying each other's company and having a good old laugh and a bit of a banter as well. Harry, good evening to yourself. Good evening, all you beautiful people coming you irons. And he's saying hello in there. And Michael's also saying, watching Harry Spuds lose, I hope. Yeah, it'd be good to see that happen.
I wonder what the divide between fans backing which team in this final is in the chat. See if it's a little less traitorous than
Yes.
it is with the wider fan base.
Well, let's I'm going to before going with Michael's comment here. Let's bring the people in line with this. So you've said you've looked at the stats, and you can explain it anyway.
So what stats, sir?
The fan divide.
Yeah, the fan divide. One thing that I was saying before the show is as to which fan bases in the Premier League will rival Premier League fans as to which team it is they root for in the final, and the majority, by average, were I probably wouldn't even say like close, split down the middle. I'd say like massively more so in the favour of Spurs, wanting Spurs to win this, and the only club really in London that isn't 50-50 in who it is they're backing to win this game is Arsenal. West Ham's relatively 50-50. Crystal Palace is more Spurs. Chelsea is, for some weird reason, I think they are 50-50. I was thinking that they're slightly more Spurs than United, but it's just weird. It's like you hate Spurs so much, but then it's like us United fans get reminded as to how hated our club is at the same time. It's like, okay, well, fairs.
Bloody hell. So people in the chat, if you can, just let Fuzzy know, are you for a Man United win or a Spurs winner? Just enlighten him here. Player's gone down and give away a free kick.
If it goes to shit, how many people in the chat will console me? How many console me, and how many rip the shit out of me?
It'll come. You know that. Yeah. Michael's saying, see, Tim Steidten is in talks with Barcelona. Yeah, I saw this earlier, Michael, and it just shows you, again, the lack of foresight that our chairman has, really. Is he the problem? But if that's the case, why is Barcelona going in for Steidten? So, again, another opportunity that we're losing out on, as always. Let's say hello there. Harry's saying, yeah, Michael, if the Yids win, we'll never hear the end of it. Oh, Jesus, this is very true. And that's bad enough as being Hammers fans and a Man United fan. At the end of the day, Arsenal fans, well, you can imagine what that would be like for them. Matt saying, yeah, you watch, start and try and scout West Ham players. Be very interesting to see who he'll take if he does, though. Matt says they want North London Forever as a national anthem. God, Jesus Christ, please no.
That's probably what they play.
Exactly, Michael. East London. That's the one. Oh, there's a nice old slice there from... and there's a corner there, Man United. Euro's going in. East London Forever. You know it, Matt. You know it. Harry's saying...
Vicario, what has he done?
I'm never speaking to Fuzzy Manure Choke. I hold him personally responsible. Donna was looking for you the other night, Fuzzy.
Yeah, I'd imagine that Donna has set his sights on me. If you know, you know.
Matt said, if Man United lose, we can all blame Donna Cullen.
Yeah. blame Donna Cullen. That is a project I can get behind. Yeah, P45 at the ready. I'll be kicked off the seconds that the final whistle goes.
Oh, man. Good evening, usual. Good evening, ladies. And again, as always, good to see everyone say hello to each other. Harry's good. You have a little tent, Fuzz.
Do I?
It's, I don't know if it's because it's a bit dark in your room. I don't know if it's actually over your right shoulder. I don't know if that's say kind of in the back wall there.
Oh no, that's my what you call a floor drobe. Rather than put your clothes in like actual storage facility, you put it just on the floor in the way and in just the most inconvenient locations. And that's just how you go. It's just how you roll with it.
Oh man. Matt, Terence, good evening. Terence, good evening, gentlemen. And as always, good evening, Stephen. Hope you're well, mate, as well. Good evening, all. Michael saying, title of this show need to be called The Crap and Wannabes. That's a bit more. That's more PC, I say, these days. We couldn't put what we really wanted to put. It wouldn't go down so well. Matt's put crap and not so crap, Michael.
Who's the not so crap one?
We'll have to do short straws on that one, I think. Michael's saying Fuzzy has 99% backing tonight. There you go.
Good challenge, Casimiro. Good.
Matt saying pretty much, Michael, never see me supporting Spurs. There you go. Look, Stephen Langham said the same thing. Man United win. Matt saying United all the way. Fuzzy coming United. Yeah. Harry saying Manure all the way. Good evening, Mum. I hope you're well. Evening, Tont and Fuzzy. And also say hello to the chat.
What's Rasmus doing there? It's like the ball gets kicked out for a throw, and he sort of turns around to the ref and is like, wait a second, go take my boot off. Oh, ref, he stumped my boot off. Like, what are you doing?
No. This kind of shows you something. You've got, Rasmus that obviously is trying to score, and you've got Richarlison that, can't score.
Wow. It's Man United. If any team's ever going to make Richarlison score, it's probably going to be us. Can't lie.
Yeah,
I mean, we made Spurs score a goal from a corner kick, for crying out loud. Literally just kick it from the corner kick and it will go in.
Terence saying Man United to win, hate the Spurs, hate Man U, but it's the lesser of two evils. Absolutely, Terence. That's very true. They're all saying hello to each other to Mama. As always, very much so. Thank you, Matt. As always. Matt's asking Mama the question, are you for United or Spurs, Mama? Usual, yes. I've got more interest in Forest Green versus Southend tonight. That should be an interesting game.
Bloody hell, I'll post again.
I'm saying, has to be United. I can't stand Spurs.
Good shit, man.
Matt's got Richarlison as lead boots. Good answer.
Well, straight away, Spurs have gone with the exploiting the weakness that we have. That's defending far post. Just literally every time, just cross it far post. You're bound to. We've had this issue for about 10 years. So it's a 10-year strategy, and it still works.
And it's in full effect, as they say.
Yeah.
Best forward, man you have at the moment is Maguire. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, he's the only one that has got the potential to actually.
They
get
joked
something
about
out
it
of
at press conference, and Bruno and Ruben Amorim saw the funny side to it. So it feels that way. Especially when you're used to seeing Garnacho try to dribble past a player, and nobody else in the team with the same capabilities. It's all a bit just sort of useless. So you watch a centre back take over, and he actually has a go at it, and you think, oh shit, like okay, start him there then. Start him there. Happy days.
Mike usually does follow up and says, own goal Maguire tonight, he never disappoints.
Wow. You'll probably get an own goal after he scored like a bloody perfect hat trick, left foot, right foot, and then header.
Surprise the crap out of everyone, basically.
Yeah.
Vicario Hallow, I hope usual bet saying as well. Imagine it. I mean, it was quite interesting, Peter. I was saying to Fuzzy before, and there's us with our manager and wondering, how long is he going to last? But whole City don't waste any time. Basically, Ruben Sells, who basically kept him in the Championship, and that his reward is he's just been sacked after 6 months. Shame our chairman hasn't got the balls to do things like that. Let me give Mr. Herbert a ding-dong. What the hell's going on with this man?
Could have given a goal away, though. I tell you what, the Spurs high pressure seems to be working at the moment. I'm hoping that tire the fuck out of themselves, and then it becomes a bit more useless. And we get more comfortable in the game. Don't think we're holding onto the ball well.
Who's that? Mazraoui? He just poleaxed Richarlison.
Yeah. And as you know, Richarlison, he feels everything amplified. So you breathe on him, you'll end up rolling around the floor, as you do. I'll sort yourselves out, you bunch of wankers. It's like somebody tries to clear it, and then his teammate stands in the way. It's like, haha, you can't clear it, bitch. Like, what are you doing? Get the fuck out of the way. That's Casemiro as well. Like, just hooking his leg around.
All that experience, man. All the experience. Timothy saying, does the Spurs manager look like Tupper from Fiddler on the Roof? I could just imagine him singing If I Was a Rich Man. He probably will be when he gets the payoff. Once he, blimey, yeah. Operator. Michael's saying, we'll still take I've seen this as well, Michael, taking the Southampton job. Advanced talks it was the other day, and that be announced in the next 48 hours.
Yeah, interesting.
Oh, man. Why do we always be saying shit?
Progress his managerial expertise. I wonder if has he got his coaching license yet?
Oh, he must have by now, surely.
Because otherwise, Southampton are going to have to be paying fines weekly as well. Bit of a cheap foul, but we'll take it. My preferred outcome for this match is match abandoned, says Words and Pictures. Now that I can probably see as a more realistic answer for people who are not like North London or London club fans. Like if you're Mancunian, for example, or Merseyside, or someone just in the Midlands, you'd probably say, yeah, I'll just prefer this match just not happen at all. Don't want to have to see it.
Yeah, because I mean, Michael's answered it as well because he only had his UEFA A badge, but as Michael said here, he has all these badges now. He's completed his pro badge as well. So took him a while, but he's got it over the line now. Good evening to Words and Pictures. My preferred outcome for this match is match abandoned.
Luke Shaw's going to cause problems here. Luke Shaw's a problem here. He's a problem. He does not know what to do with that ball.
Well, surely he's got to be one that's going to go for you, mate. Whoop.
I'd like to believe that, but fuck me. I'll probably go wait for him to get his own testimonial or wait for him to get his own statue built. Ooh, Spurs defender took that away from Vicario. That should have been ball in the goalkeeper's arms.
Matt saying you have to wonder how some managers got their badges. Did they bribe the assessors? Yes, there's a few things that go on, Matt.
People ask Mikel Arteta this question, or would like to at least.
The problem is, like everything else, I just blagged it all the way.
I laid cons and I read a book and screwed in a light bulb and peeled a potato.
Unfortunately, the biggest problem is, like with a lot of these things, is I see what you're saying there. The badges are not cheap. To go for for your coaching badges, it's not cheap these days.
Oh, so, just wide, fucking hell.
It's where you lose out on a lot of good coaches, basically, because obviously they can't afford it. And there's no kind of incentive, unfortunately. So, yes, a lot of people lose out on it.
Weird angle to shoot from the moment. Heavy touch.
Terence says, I went to a Pornaholics meeting last night, left early, it was full of tankers.
No, I didn't. Okay.
Stephen says, I think we should have given Will Steele a go, Mike. Yeah, unfortunately, Stephen, our chairman, he's not exactly ambitious enough when it comes to things like that. He had them ages ago, Tony, through player manager 2010. Jesus, yeah.
Like Rooney was for, what was it, Derby County?
Yeah.
Could just sub himself on whenever he wanted.
Oh, man.
Or if he was losing horrendously, he would sub himself off. It's like, yeah, I don't associate with this. Just don't mind me, guys. Just pan the camera over to the other guy that plays up top. It's his fault. He's to blame. I can't lie, the amount of United away shirts make me feel like there's a sort of 50-50 blend in the crowd between Spurs and United fans.
Yeah, you definitely see that.
Actually, is it the away kit or is it the third kit? I can't remember.
The worst part, I mean, hello, good old push over there. He was seeing how many people coming through the airport, mostly white, not so many Manchester. But like I said to you, Manchester Airport, they actually kind of turned the light in red just to give the fans a bit of a special occasion moment. Pretty even Stevens, this game at the moment. So what did you think about your... I mean, we've got one game left then before the season's over and done with. Can't wait to see the back of it.
Oh, yeah. I think for a lot of people, it's got to such a point where it's like we don't really care about whether we do win the final. It's just the season's been that shambolic. But at the same time, it's like, well, if you do win this final, you do stand a likely chance that there will be more transfers you can make to actually improve the situation for next season. But then it's like, to be honest, keeping your squad size fairly similar-ish, but just sell majority of these players and then sign players to replace them. Like, there's options for this board to actually work around it. It's just that I feel like there's a lot of talks and excuses written into mainstream media, like, oh yeah, just so you know, the transfer business can't be good if we don't win it. Well, actually, it just depends on how efficient you are as to doing your job. There's always workarounds, like people saying, oh, unless United reach like quarterfinals in Champions League, they'll be in a bit of a hole with PSR. And it's like, well, there's again workarounds with that. So I feel like it's again a club that does a lot of spin in media, trying to lower or dampen expectations, so that the demand isn't, outrage if it ends up resulting in disappointment. Now, that's just the ownership ethos for you.
And this is the thing, though, isn't it? Because, as I said on Sunday, you've got this Jassim apparently putting his penny worth in again, but really it's the Glazers and Radcliffe what they're actually kind of doing, because the ambitious thing of building a new stadium, I mean, if the cost itself, I don't know where they're going to get the money from, and will it be viable? That's the big thing for me. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good to kind of say that we're going to be this ambitious, but surely everyone's thinking, well, okay, well, you're already in debt. Where are you going to fund this money? Because no doubt they're probably going to go, Mr. Starmer, can we borrow some money, please?
Well, that's what it is, though, isn't it? I'll borrow this, borrow that. No, actually putting your money where your mouth is. None of the actual ambition as to, I want this to be a success, so I want to pay for it. Like it, it's like all of your other competitors. Oh well, they're sort of treating football like it's a pay to win, and I don't want to pay to win. I want to do it legitimately. But you're always then disadvantaged in every department if you try to do it without a single like pay to win factor, aka making signings and doing transfer activity. You're always gonna be chasing the game. Forget like staying in control of things. You're chasing it, and in the Premier League, for a team that chases, you're always going to finish in bottom half of the table. You always need to be ahead of the curve if you want to be at the top end of the table. Otherwise, you're just relying on everybody else being just absolutely atrocious, and by which point it's the most unsustainable thing. It's a bit like all the other teams who say, well, we can't beat Man City, it's not possible. Well, you had a season where City was shit, and then you said the same thing about Liverpool pretty much. Or actually, Liverpool ended up winning it and everybody stopped complaining about it. It's like, I don't have a comeback for this. It gets a bit awkward after that. So,
yeah, I mean, it's funny when you think about how we're kind of similar on that style of things, because we've got a kind of chairman that is probably going to dip his fingers in the transfer business. I don't know how much this Macaulay fella's going to be doing with Potter, but if anything to go by history, then we know that Mr. Sullivan is always great to stick his pennyworth in. But who knows? We've got this kind of so-called talks to buy the club from the Americans. If that happens, is another thing. But again, we've got to sell, like you. We've got to sell to buy anyone, because I can see a couple of comments about the PSR thing, because that's what old Sullivan's cried wolf with. Well, if we do this, we're going to be in financial trouble. Yet he's made money. Kretinsky's made money. Yet we're still going to be in the shit by all accounts. Let's have a look here. So Michael's going with 900 quid for a flight. £900? What a piss take that is, as you said. Normally 60 quid EasyJet.
It's like the hotel booking prices, the hotel fees. Like for the guys that went to the the semi-finals out in Bilbao, they basically paid quite reasonable fees, but then booked the exact same hotel like about 4 weeks later, and it's like, oh, just add an extra zero onto that, why don't you? You're like, oh, fuck's sakes.
Yeah, that's when
Yeah.
you know, capitalising on the thing. But 900 quid for a
Yeah.
flight, bloody hell, man, that's a joke. I know I mean, even Ryanair's, he's to say he's going to have to put his prices up because obviously they've lost money. But 900 quid is yeah, it's a bit much, that one. Words of picture say, give both sides their dues. They're trying to win with attacking football.
Shit,
It's going into end a little bit. Well, I mean, at least it's going somewhere. Oh, what the hell was that pass? Fucking hell. Michael saying PSR clubs cry wolf if they spend 200 million in a season. It's really 40 million on the books. It's paid over a length of contract, usually 5 years. This is the thing now, isn't it? It's all to do with
paying installments, guys.
you know.
The only
Yeah,
issue is that when the money dries up, if you've got the longer contracts, a lot of your transfer budget's already been paid off of the for the finalising installments and previous transfers. So you're basically signing half of the squad you don't really want to keep, and then past that, it's sort of well, we'll have an extra £30 million that we've not spent on all players that are already here. For a unique signing to come in. So that's the only downside that I would say there is with installments. But if you can sort of set aside the funds for, the installment payments for previous transfers, set aside a budget for this one, you can squeeze money down. You can shrink it quite a bit to actually attain players in that lesser financial capacity. The only problem, the only other feat that I would say that would be beneficial is if you can get some of your players acquired with just big lump sum payments. And I think if you've got players with release clauses and stuff, that's what a lot of teams keep opting to go for if it's in the realms of reasonability. So, yeah, I think it's like, for instance, Cunha deal. There's the release clause about 60
million, isn't it?
Yeah, thereabouts. So they've sort of had conversations about it. Thought, well, is it a reasonable sum to pay in one go, or should we try and get a similar fee but pay it more in installments? I think they'll probably be looking to do the release clause for this one.
I would say because the one you've got to look at, which I think will be a problem for them when it has to come to that stage, is Chelsea, because you can think all them players they've signed, and they all went on lengthy contracts and no doubt stupid wages, and then you've got to try and sell these players on. I mean, that's in itself is just it can't be viable really, because if you keep doing things like that, something's got to give somewhere along the line.
Give dog who's giving away a cheap corner.
So when you look at the fact of he's doing that sort of things. It's Bowley, isn't it? I mean, where does it start and where does it end? Because you're just going to keep laying out silly wages, and there's no real improvement on the pitch. I mean, they've got where they are at the moment, but that's only by hook or crook because the other teams around have been poor.
The conversations with Chelsea is that there's a lot of the fans will be quite giddy about the achievements that they can achieve with this team. And some of the quality they've got is like, oh yes, it's great potential, guys. Like a really, really good potential, and they're going to be fantastic, world beaters and such. But then it's like they probably studied up half a year ago that the tactics in actually getting these sort of players in was entirely for the sake of profit. So you try and sign some of your players cheaper and then sell them on for profit. So it's like, it's sort of misplaced, I'd say misplaced joy in a sense. Like you get a kick out of it. It's like, yeah, this is great. But then you forget, actually, this player's not going to be here in about 2 years. It's going to be gone, sold for the buck, even if he was a better player in the team. And the recruitment process if you're close to winning a Premier League title, just understand this: your board will not strengthen your squad to make you compete for that title more so next season. They will sign to stick to trying to get profits. Oof. That's how Medical's
Of
chocolate
course.
in the box.
Of course, always the pound and pence. Terence is saying, can't go to my local, the Vine, Hillingdon, because the manager is a spud. Sitting at home with Toby and the legendary Gay Bulldog, fearing the worst. Give us some good news, Tony. We've got one game left, Terence, and then the season's over and done with. The nightmare ends this weekend. That's probably about the only kind of good positive news I can say about this season, because the rest of it, we just want to bloody write off. It's been absolutely atrocious.
What's happened here? Christian Romero's down in the box. Has he knackered himself out, or has he knocked himself out? What's happened there?
Blown out his backside, I think. Yeah, look, Russ. Good evening, Russ. He's saying Chelsea pay over 10 years with some of their players. Yeah, no, man. Yeah, they're still rolling him out 35, still playing for the club.
Catches an elbow to the face. Rasmus Højlund getting his elbows out. Wasn't malicious. He wasn't even looking at the player at all. He was just trying to wrestle the guy, as he usually likes to do. Not with much success either.
I mean, look, this is all they do. These boys just fall on the deck. Harry said, I hear Sully's looking at some Ukrainian rent boys. You have to pay them on time or they get angry and burn things.
Mikhailo Mudryk. Do you know what the funny thing is that Mikhailo Mudryk might seem like a player, maybe not right now, but sooner or later might end up at a club like West Ham. When he's about that sort of 27 years of age mark, he'll just rock up in a West Ham shirt. You're like, now, if we play this right, he could be good, but it's probably a big chance he's probably going to be shit.
Well, funny, it's like, give a shout out to Jeff from the Bowling Lounge. I mean, he likes your fella, Højlund.
What the fuck?
But yeah, Holberg, I mean, he likes him. It's like, yeah, not for me, thank you. I want someone to do something.
I know there might be rumours, and it's only really rumours at the moment, but loaning Højlund out to get more experience and to make up for lost time and progression or development. So you never know. As much as you'll say as a fan, no thank you, you might wake up one morning to see the news tabloids say, oh, Tony says no, Tim says yes. Sullivan says yes.
Yes, not good, but we'll see on that. Mum is saying, guy on the radio said his hotel cost him £140. His mate went back to book it the next day, £3,000. Jesus wept. Exploitation at its best.
Must have been late in the day. Should have booked before 2 p.m. Post 2 o'clock booking prices will exceed 1,000% increase.
I mean, I get it. It's like, make a quick buck or two, but when you look at £3,000, I mean, does he expect anyone to actually kind of pay them prices? Because, if you're doing that, you're only mugging yourself off.
Absolutely.
Yeah, nah, not at all. Not for that price. Extortionate, Matt saying there. Mama saying, yeah, they've all said the price has been hiked up massively. Yeah, everyone's making a buck out of it. Good evening, Frog. Good to see you. Evening, everyone. Hope you're all being good.
Bissouma, knocks the ball past Mazraoui. He tries to go around him. Mazraoui's knee catches him in the thigh. And Ange Postecoglou's reaction's like, Eves, get up. Just get up.
Yeah.
I like that. Fair.
It took him about... Look, he's still on the deck. He got up and now he's on the deck again.
The funny thing is that he could have just stayed off the pitch and they would have allowed the player to continue. But it's the professional know-how of a player, the dark arts in football. If you're off the pitch and you're injured, play without you. But if you put yourself on the pitch, good luck restarting the game.
Well, he's either got a massive dead leg there going on at the moment. Who knows? because they're not exactly great to get one of them. Look at that, it's showing you Premier League, Man United versus Aston Villa, Sunday, 3 p.m. Spuds are the best when they're mashed, absolutely frog. Said. I was saying, Tottenham Hotspur, it's all cock and ball.
Shit, man.
Bloody hell, yeah. Matt's saying, and this would be a good one for you to talk about, Fuzz. Bet Cole Palmer wishes he was still at City now. Maresca has ruined him. What do you make of this Maresca?
I'd probably say a bang average manager. Given the premium treatment as a student of Pep Guardiola, but the problem is that the teacher's methods are sort of getting found out a little bit here. So all of the students are just like, oh shit! If our teacher's getting found out, then our philosophies are probably going to get sussed out real quick. So yeah, I think that's just the thing with football. When you jump on a hype train or get on a gravy train, everyone's just like, "Ooh, yeah, that's the newest flavour of the month. Let's back that, and let's say that anything that happens in relation to that is absolutely special." But that's not how it works out in the end, does it? You might enjoy the bare low-hanging fruits for a little while, but that tree's going to run out of fruit at some point. You have to think about punching above your weight, go for something a bit more.
Yeah, because I mean, I've heard some kind of things that he comes out with, and it's like, as we know, he's like a similar manager that's over in North London, and it seems to be they have the same kind of ethos. Think they're better than what they are, and clearly they're not. And you can see that when he gets frustrated because he vents it quite vocally. But Maresca, for me, I don't know. It just seems to be a bit of a weird one, that one. But you're what you're saying. They are not Pep.
No.
And on that, just following up on the Pep thing there, apparently he's saying, and again, another one of these rumours, the great old rumours about old Pep, if they don't reduce the size of the Man City squad, he's going to leave.
It feels like it's a little bit like sour grapes. Like he's trying so hard to keep his narrative in the driving seat, and it's like, yeah, Pep, we know what you're doing. We know what you're doing. But you try to keep your image as top dog intact as much as possible. But it just feels like, it's not. Last season hasn't gone his way. Oh my God, Anana, why didn't you come for that piece of shit? Fuck you, Anana. But yeah, seriously, the guy's afraid. Oh, that explains it. He's afraid of crosses. Lenny Yoro's got a cross tattooed on his neck. He'll stay on his line. He stays on his line. He's like, no, I'm not going near that. He's a vampire.
Just come away from it. That's good, yeah.
But really, it does exude that the season's not gone well. You've just lost the final to Crystal Palace after not too long ago beating them 5-2. And there's a lot that's going to change at City, and you don't feel comfortable. Like Pep is not feeling comfortable at all.
True.
So
agree on that one.
He's sort of like, I do not want this other. If this happens, then I will leave. Putting that statement out there is just a sort of, something could happen that you really don't. It's not going to. If you have a bigger squad, Pep's going to feel like, oh, I'm not going to be in my comfort zone. I'm going to struggle. So, yeah, it's probably a sort of like a bit of a statement of concern for him. That something's not feeling quite right at the moment.
Well, I agree on that. I mean, well, I suppose we just have to wait and see what happens in the window now. Daz, big up to yourself as well. Put predictions tomorrow, Friday. No worries, mate. Thank you very much. Matt's saying the nightmare is the upcoming transfer window, Tony. Yeah, you're not wrong there, mate. I mean, it's going to be interesting what actually happens in that point.
Some of these challenges we're making in midfield, by the way, are quite meaty.
Yeah, I've seen him. I mean, the Fernandez one that just kind of clocked him in the side of the head there. And fair play to the ref. He's trying to kind of get the game moving still.
Funny thing is, on his top, he's got "Be a referee" written on his top. I feel like there might be a moment this game where I think he might retract that statement.
Yeah, you're going to get the answer. Get fucked. Yeah, not many going to
That
take
challenge
up
from
the offer.
Masraoui was just like, "Yeah, I'm murdering you today." Oh no, man.
Fox says often work in Glasgow, and the travel lodge can be £150 a night when an estuary is on. So they hike it up over half price. Jesus. You're just saying Southend 0-0 half time. Fox, what's Southend's nickname? The Welks. Yeah. Harry saying fucking Neil Frog, £150 for a Glasgow travel lodge. Jesus. Yes, the Shrimpers. Thank you, usual on that one. Yeah.
No, I'm complaining about that, buddy.
Words and pictures saying a moment of intense controversy with that mixed crowd and things are likely to turn bad. There's another player on the deck. Who's that now?
That's Ahmad.
Ahmad.
Yeah, I think he's just sort of. I'll try and make a meal out of this contact off the shot. Try and buy something from the ref, a sympathy card perhaps, but nah, not for me. Bit of a tame shot.
Let's have a look at the challenge. He's turned his back into Richarlison.
Yeah, Richarlison's got the right to defend.
Yeah. There's nothing in that really. Michael saying Shrimpers, even though Southend only had Winkles. Frog saying, wouldn't touch a shrimp from Southend, still getting over a dodgy cockle from Sheppey over 50 years ago. Yes, well, you've got to remember.
Shape.
Yeah, you've got to think about the Thames estuary there, haven't you, Frog? So we know what floats through there every now and then. You just said, I love shellfish, but fuck me, you have to be careful nowadays. Yes, yeah, not the same, is it? That's for sure.
God, how have you let that in?
Do you know where the referee's from?
No idea, but it's a referee that apparently has got some dodgy past. But have a look at this. How has this gone in? It's the most pathetic, one of the most pathetic goals you'll see get scored. But this is how Spurs win. Score a pathetic goal because, United are in town. They'll make it all for you. It's Brennan fucking Johnson as well. What a cunt. My bad.
Oh, wow.
Look at this. Look how easy this goes in.
Johnson.
It's like Onana's he's flapping at this. It's just bouncing off of fucking everybody. And it's Luke Shaw's there again. He's not. Yeah, it comes off Luke Shaw's arm. Absolute cunt. So he lets the player come from behind him. He's not even ball side, and he still gets a goal in. It's pathetic. It really is. You get paid that much money to fuck around like that off of a cross.
And he's come. I mean, look, he's come out. I'm just watching the replay, and he's come out. And the thing was, he was on the near post first of all, and then he come away from it. And really, he should be back on there. And look, his reaction time is poor. So, Michael, looking at the referee, just how quick, Felix Swayer is a 44-year-old from German. He's German.
I think at some point in his history, he had a betting scandal years ago, took a bribe thing or something.
Or the referee?
Years and years ago or something.
Nice.
It's the same referee for the PSG Arsenal game, by the way.
Bloody hell.
So
1-0 to the Spuds. Jesus. Look, another one's on the floor now. Is that Fernandez again? No, it's not him, is it? Masraoui this time. Harry saying, reminds me of the bird on Oakham South End. While I was going down, I swear I could hear the sea. I could definitely smell it.
That's nasty, Harry. I don't want to know.
Yes, indeed, usual. It's all that shit floating across from France. Yeah. Terence saying, Spurs time for Toby. Back soon. No worry, Terence. Oh, man. Michael saying, City got the same problem as us, but better quality. They're an old squad. Yeah, exactly. This is the thing. This is the thing. He'll fix it or he'll leave, Michael. Yeah. Harry, all gold in Essex. If you did, that'd be on a skip. That means you're married. means you're married. Okay, now. You're just saying, did you see Pep wants a smaller squad next season? Yeah. Sorry, I'm going to catch it a bit slow on the old chat, but yes, saw this earlier on. So thanks for filling it in as well, Michael. Usual. Yeah. Wants a smaller squad. Lovely, yeah. Was it too much for him to handle there? Now he's getting on.
I think he might be saying, I want a smaller squad because he's just realised that the board's, lucrative transfer list has shrunk exponentially. Like, what was it? Florian Wirtz was linked with them. Then he wasn't. And it's like, well, it's not gone very well for you, has it?
No, that's for sure.
I think I'd want to see.
Good evening, Brendan. Evening, Tom Fuzz and the chatters. Just did a runner from a board meeting. Top man. Well done, mate.
Don't know what the fuck. Luke Shaw's just a bitch. He turns around and just looks straight to the linesman, like, oh, that's got to be offside. Mate, you're just shit. You're just a TikTok star. Stop playing football.
Why is he starting? That's what gets me.
I don't know. He's got people's nudes. Well, must be, because I mean, the guy, people in like some pre-match like build-up said that Luke Shaw's one of the luckiest players, and it's like, well, yeah, he is actually, because whichever squad list he's a part of, he'll spend 90% of the season injured, and then you get crunch games or big games for like club or country, and conveniently he's fit and available and he starts. What a convenience! Oh,
so
wonderful!
Going on about your man Shaw, I've just seen the replay of the goal again. It actually kind of bounces off a Shaw, doesn't it, to come back into the path of Vanana. 2 minutes of added time on this. Not winning much on that there. Harry saying, yeah, the chairman of the board. Brendan's saying, how usual, Frog, Matt F, W&P, Michael B, Mama Flossie, Stephen, and all the other midweek legends. Evening, Togs. Southend need to win. Good evening, Pepsi. Massive game tonight. Come on, Forest Green. Pepsi. Matt saying Richarlison's a tart.
He is. He looks like a tart.
Evening, Ray. Hope you well. Good to see you. Evening. Brendan saying, so agenda, boys, Harry. Spurs one. Yeah.
That's a sub that needs to happen right there. Sub that fat Burger King bastard off.
Cool, I hit that ball.
Sub him off. I mean, I wouldn't even want to bring Lindelof on, to be honest. Aiden Heaven's probably a best option.
I'm just looking at the pitch. The pitch is a bit ropey as well. Ain't looking good.
If anything, actually put Dallo on the right, Mazraoui where Yoro is, and shift the other two across where so Shaw's not on the pitch.
Well, half time. Half time, mate. So what do you make of that first half?
Shit. Absolute dog wank from two teams. It's like people said what a shite final this is. And to be honest, yeah, I completely agree. What a shite final it is. It's just we just so happen to, desperately. I mean, just looking at the stats here, for example. Okay, cool, United more ball possession. Spurs 3 attempts, United 5. 1 on target for Spurs, 2 on target for United. It's like, imagine if there were two prime teams going, hammer blow for hammer blow. It's much more of a banging game. This is just dead. This is absolutely dead.
I just go, because that's what I thought as well, Michael. I thought it was an own goal, well, for sure. I don't think Johnson actually made contact with the ball.
No, he didn't.
So
I thought he did because he was stretching for it, and I thought, the ball just bounces to him, so he knocks it in. But no, just the deflection takes it all the way in. But it's Luke Shaw has allowed a player. He's on the right side of the man. The ball's coming to him near post. Literally, Clark that motherfucker into Rosette. I don't care where it goes. If it goes out for a corner, it's a corner. Don't care. Class it out. Send it across the border to France if you have to. I don't care. How is a player coming from the wrong side of you to end up ahead of you, but the ball still goes in off you? Like that is unbelievably bad for a top level centre back. That's unbelievably bad.
But that sums up the season for United, though, when you think about it. So some of your games have gone.
Oh yes, it's just Luke Shaw for you. What will probably happen is if he, it'll get to the end of this game and then magically you'll see an injury update come out. It's like Luke Shaw's summer is now off as he's got a broken leg all of a sudden. Like, oh really? How did he get that? He did it whilst trying to butter his toast in the morning. How convenient. But don't worry, as soon as you get a more significant game, Shaw will be there, you best believe. Literally, a guy could break his leg the day before a big game and he'll just suddenly rock up fully fit and everything. Like, it's honestly, it's pathetic. It's ridiculous.
I mean, Matt's asking the question, how is Onana a goalie? I think we all question that one as well. Yeah, Luke Fatty Shaw. Was a bitch saying, why do Man U have a left back in goal? Matt, Fuzzy would hope that would have been the case. Left back in the dressing room would probably be better for Luke Shaw at this stage.
Left back in Manchester, mate.
Jesus. Michael's not wrong either. Look, Onana has the reflexes of a 50-year-old. I mean, that's the thing. He covered the near post, walked away from it, and then literally failed to get back over to that side. And he's only like 4 or 5 feet at the most. Part sloth. Elmo James, chairman of the board. Part corpse.
Oh, yeah, it's a dead man walking, that guy.
Oh, yes, of course. Thank you, Brendan, for reminding us all. Hope your blood tests are doing good business for you. Yeah, let's hope so as well. Wasim, good to see you. Watching the Euro final? Yeah, we're watching it. It's not exactly great stuff, Wasim, is it? That's for sure.
Back for a sec.
Especially how seeing it is at the moment. Good evening, Rich. 99 Arsenal. Big up to yourself, mate. Big up to the chat as well. Apart from my team, Arsenal and Arteta are falling again. Who I hope Berta gets annoyed with and sacks Arteta. You can only hope for you, Rich, that's for sure. I had to even do a video on my channel about West Ham a few weeks ago. Appreciate you doing that. I bet that kind of made you feel a bit. But thanks for coming on, Rich. Hope you keep them well, mate. Elmo James, big up there. Usual saying, Sogs, thanks. I should get the results roughly next Wednesday. Fingers crossed for your usual. Michael's saying it's easy to win now. No teams get relegated from the Champions League anymore. Yeah, so there's no, I suppose, in that respects, no incentive, is there? No incentive. Mama's asking to usual, have you been ill? Brendan's saying, hope it's all good news usual. Otherwise, that Harry fellow is after your slippers. You're not going to let that one down. Rich is also saying, about what manager can get your club in the top 7 every season. I think you should be. But now, because of your season, big players might start leaving. I think a Bielsa ex-Leeds manager. Not a bad shout. I think Potter's here to stay with us for at least the summer window at least. But it's obviously down to that afterwards. Once the season starts, if he's not doing it, then we've got to hope that the owners act quickly and look for a change, because it'll definitely need that anyway. And they're saying there, so yeah, he's had a pacemaker fitted. Jesus, I didn't know he's doing okay. She's asking, and he's bionic now. Good evening to Lee Stave from TV. Hello, everyone. Hello, mate. Hope you're well. Hope Mum and Dad are doing good. Good to see you, Lee. Brilliant. Everyone's saying there. Mum and Salsa saying, I'm part by. I have a titanium jaw. Usually saying, I'm okay, thanks. The blood test to see if it's been rejected or not. Hopefully not. That's the main show off, Mama. I still haven't told us where the charging point is. Oh, man. Aces, good evening. Good to see you as well. Hope you're good. Stephen saying, no pacemaker in the world will reject your usual, mate. Yeah, nice, mate. Fuzzy Murray there as well. Usual saying, only thought it was a small implant. It looks like the fucking size of Big Ben. Yeah, when you look at them pacemakers, you think they'd be more compact this day and age, but no. Great post, that Stephen. Yeah, one of the best one of the night so far. Aces are saying West Ham supporters are league gunner out. Yeah, very mixed on that one as well. Usual. Sorry, Aces. Someone to see him come. Oh, look, Gareth Bale. But we'll see. Richard said, oh, sorry, Matt, let me go back to that one first of all. Michael saying on West Ham United subject, Tony, thoughts on Antonio rejecting a pay cut to stay? I say, bye-bye, Mickey, thanks for your service. I mean, you can look at it both ways. I suppose, is it the case of if he's going to take a pay cut, fair play, but then that's kind of saying that, you're trying to hold on for dear life to stay with the club. But at the same point, I'll agree with you. You've done the service. If we do keep him, and it's going to be like maybe a pay-as-you-go, or it's going to be for 1 year, then really for me, what you're going to be, and they've got to be honest with him, and it's a case of you're just going to be a bit part player when, as required. I don't think it's a case of he's going to get full game time. I mean, we're lucky, we're all happy that he's survived that crash. But if he's talking about having a pay cut, I time to move on. Simple as. It's one of those, isn't it? You've done us a service. Thank you very much. But release him. You can't fault the club for sticking with him and helping him out. But let's be honest and real. It's bloke's 35 for the next season. Going up to 30, be 35, and then the year after that, got to 36. You ain't going to have the pace for one. And if Potter is looking to build a younger squad, then unfortunately Antonio's not going to be part of that plans. Which is asking the question, Tony, will Bowen leave and others? I suppose like everything else and that as well, Rich, players, money sometimes talks, but I think Bowen stays. I don't think he's going to go just yet. But if things don't improve, then there's a possibility you could say, I want to get out. But he's signed it's a 7-year contract. He stayed with us. Plus the fact that, Rich, as we said on Sunday, you've got to deal with Danny Dyer as well to get past that point. But for me, I think he stays. As for others, there's a talks of obviously Kudos going, Paqueta more likely as well, and then of course it's going to be down to the likes of Guido Rodriguez. He can go do one. He's proved that on Sunday. He's not what we want. It's who else we stick with now. Do we bring in anyone else?
Hoyland,
yeah, bring him in on loan apparently.
And Luke Shaw. Take him.
Luke Shaw. But yeah, I think there'll be some business, but I think also we've got to sell at the same time to get where we are. Aces is saying Onana is officially finished at United now. Well, I think after seeing that, he definitely will be.
Mate.
Yeah, Stephen, thanks,
After
mate.
team's finished. The only person, well, the only group of people that don't quite get that is the board and some of the fan base.
Yeah, that's where it's shocking, isn't it? Pepsi saying 1-0 to Southend. Get in there. 10 minutes at the back. Good evening as well. Southend winning 1-0. Brilliant. Southend 1-0 up on 54 minutes. Thank you as well, usual. Matt saying West Ham don't trust that Antonio can play at his previous level before the crash. So they're trying to test the water. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a case of it's got to change, isn't it? Simple as. A flurry of Southend posts there. That's brilliant, though. You know, when you get that, everyone committed to the cause. Matt saying Antonio says he's got other offers. Well, you've got other offers. Go and take them up. You know, one thing we don't want to be held to ransom. Any, you know yourself, Fuzz. You don't want players suddenly holding your club to ransom. If you've got that kind of thing, then see you later. Ta-da. Don't join them. That's an easy one for me.
Do your players get given some of these what you could you might as well call ironclad contracts, where they are the immovable object? So you best try to attempt to move them with an unstoppable force, and meet them with the immovable object, and hopefully pray for the best. So that's what United's big contract situation is made up of. And I suppose, the team talk at half time might as well be to some of these players, guess what, guys? You win this, you get a pay rise. Oh my God, let's go, guys. You'll see them run faster than Liverpool did under prime Klopp.
Oh,
just sprinting non-stop 24/7.
How's that justifiable?
The pound note.
But how is it justifiable, mate, when you're paying high wages in the first place? It just doesn't, and all you're going to get is the same old shit.
Competition. Because that's like the whole thing that we had, where if you weren't in Champions League, you had a 20% like pay cut or something, your wages or something.
Yeah.
So that clause is still around for pretty much most of these players. So if they end up just finding a way to not fuck this up and get back into it, then they'll probably end up getting a pay rise. Maybe that's it. Maybe Agent Shaw's been told by Jimbo to actually stick the winner for Spurs so that he doesn't have to pay the players more. Oh, that's it. We've ousted the conspiracy guys.
Come on. That's it. Harry's saying the network of a show saying Mickey on the bench for Ipswich. Nostalgia at his best there, Harry, and trying to kind of say that we're going to give him his final game.
God, here we
we'll
go.
believe it when we see it.
Team huddle, guys. Team huddle for the second half, guys. They're probably giving that. This doesn't slip now. This doesn't slip now. Watch Casemiro thunder twat this from the halfway line. It goes in. I love that.
You're saying the Southend game, the winner plays Oldham.
Spurs play Oldham. The winner of the Europa League gets a luxury game against Oldham Athletic.
That'll be the next one. Michael's saying, what I understand is it's a 6-month contract to get fit and sort his head. January will be gone anyway. I don't see the point. I mean, like I said, we've stuck by him. But we've got to progress at the end of the day. We can't be too nostalgic, really. Matt saying more like Mickey Mouse, Harry Monk. Yeah. Good evening, Damien. Not Danny Dyer. He's well hard. I hope you're good, mate. Good to see you, Dan. Which is also saying, I know Arsenal are challenging, but to me, you challenge once, then win it. Arteta is so stubborn. and he's the most average manager in the world. Know how to play a plan B. Arteta doesn't. He doesn't A, B, C to Z, which that's for sure, mate. We've seen that many a times. But yeah, it all depends what you pay, because some of these targets you look like you're going for. Again, it looks like they might be going like Liverpool and obviously even Man United.
Troll that shit.
Stephen saying, see Skulls won Young Hammer of the Year. Well deserved as well. Good shout. Man saying taxi for a Nana. Which is that Rodrigo's decent, real British, but he had William Carvalho alongside him a lot. Yeah, makes the player look good, doesn't he? Did Budgie go to the Forest game? I'm not too sure we did, actually. Not too sure we did, Aces.
Hoyland should be great one touch.
Well, no, he can't do zero touch.
Well, he basically what he does is one touch, but he holds onto it, so he doesn't dribble or kick it. He gets it, turns around, sticks his bum out, and it's just like, try and get it now, centre back. Try and get it now. Like,
sticky foot.
Brother, you're meant to beat that same centre back, right? You're meant to get past him, not back that ass up.
Matt saying Sullivan gives the players shares in his adult shops. Brendan saying the best he'd give them is a pack of Andy Andes. He's not sure. He's on stream at 10 o'clock tonight. Yes, he is. Yes. Him and Kieran. Frog says, ever noticed that Southend, Carlisle and Rochdale have the same number of letters as shithole? Good observation there.
Crap header. Rasmus. Crap header. What happened here?
Crapmas Hoyland, you on about here?
Well, it's weird because the ball comes to him at a relative angle. It's set up for a chest control and strike. But instead, he goes awkward, sends his body in front of the ball, and then goes for a header. But his head's behind the ball. Like, brother, what technique is that? Name me another striker that does that. If it's low, you don't go for a header. You go for chest control.
But he's looking at the ball all the time, even before the ball gets delivered.
That's Van der Ven, look.
And I mean that's a header straight in the air rather than pointing directly downwards.
It's like people I think have sort of sussed Hoyland out a little bit. It's not in terms of ability. It's just he's not a very smart person. I genuinely think he's not got high IQ whatsoever. Has he actually passed a GCSE grade exam in his life? Has he passed an SAT?
Don't know, but he's passed out on the floor at the moment. Fan defend, yeah. Just seeing this comment what Frog's put there. I remember an upholsterer friend of mine to call on. He had a name of his property. It was Shinola or something. And I said to him, "What does that represent?" And apparently, so what's that? Sharon, was it Shendoa? I think it was called. What does that represent? He said that's arseholes spelt backwards. Fair play. Pepsi saying, "Oh, blimey, Forest Green are back into it now. It's 1-1 now. Forest Green and Southend." That's the question, Mary. Has he been medically passed to play again? Because it's all gone quiet. All we know is he's been doing well in training, but there's been no mention of he's actually physically fit to actually play. But knowing us, we'll just do it for the nostalgia, like we did on Sunday, playing all those players. I mean, do you feel, people in the chat, do you feel we missed out a trick on not playing Fabianski in that game? Do you think it would have been better with him playing than Ariola? Well, Maguire and Romano.
Fantastic. Surprised Luke hasn't been subbed off yet.
9 hits of a lace him, yeah. Tim at the back saying, remember Oldham was in the first Premier League season? Yes, Oldham and their plastic pitch. Remember that bloody place? Awful.
Can't header.
Pepsi, are you watching it? Epic Cash time. Good evening to yourself, Tony. What's up, geezer? Well, we're just watching this boring game, mate. I hope you're all good. Spurs are 1-0 up. If you're not watching the game already, so yes.
Can I just say as well about the whole Spurs being 1-0 up? What do you think the biggest threat for Spurs and the biggest threat for United is? Cash a guess.
The biggest threat, I wouldn't even say it's with, I wouldn't say with Charlison, because that bloke, I just can't make him out head nor tail with him. Maybe, what's his name? Is it Porro?
Their wing back, yeah.
Him.
Or
I mean,
right
even
back.
Johnson, maybe. And for you guys, I say, as we said earlier, Maguire's got a chance of doing something. As for anyone else in that, no.
Well, I'll humour you with this, with my answer. The biggest threat for Spurs in this game is themselves. Ironically, the biggest threat for United in this game is themselves. That is literally the makeup of the seasons for both of these clubs and the likely outcomes for proceedings in this game. The Tottenham goal was put in with a cross that was not even going to the front post. Well, it was only making it to front post. The defender who should be dealing with it just absolutely fumbles in the most clownish way and hands the first goal to the opposition. Spurs have once or twice this game also. Vicario, once or twice, has made the wrong decisions and has fluffed it up a little bit. So he could have let United in. So it's like, we can pick out danger players for each team, but on the whole, it's like, as a team, as far as a team goes, no one's actually like an outstanding, domineering threat to the other team. They're just threats to themselves.
They counteract each other, basically. That's it. Yeah, it is literally end to end, and it just so happens that particular one moment, Spurs did have a chance. It was your own player that basically scored, an own goal, and your keeper should have been in a better position than what he was.
Oh, the referee's doing the Elon Musk salute. If you know, you know.
Okay, now. Mark was saying he's getting paid 80k a week. If any normal person had that accident, they would have been on SSP pay. Absolutely. And this is the thing, we have looked after him.
That's not a foul. Mason Mount's just flopped himself to the ground. It's like, oh shit, I just remembered how strong Benton Kerr is. like, brother, body feint to get away from him.
That just kind of sums what players do in there. Which is saying, Tony in the 90s, did West Ham have a player called Samasi Abu? I think his name was, and he was a striker. Yeah, he was. He was all right. He was. Oh dear. Two 0. Well, I'm hoping that's not. Is that the game yet? No, that's something else. Which I'd name you a strike for Arsenal, but Arteta hasn't bought one for free. Yeah, the Invisible Man. He's loved by everyone. Loved him. It's Samasi Abu. That's the one, Matt. Yeah, he was. Winnie Michael was a good striker. Yeah, thanks, mate. I remember him from the 90s. Yeah, and King Canute as well. Canute was decent. Loved Canute. We had some good players back then as well. Yeah, too. McAvenny, the best we've ever had. Yeah, he was a good player. Remember being good strike and Canute. Yeah, he was. Matt said Fabianski should have played on Sunday, Tony, no doubt. Yeah, I think that'd been a fitting send-off for him as well. Brendan's saying the same thing. Fab should have played. Cannot say he would have been better, but say goodbye to the fans. Yeah, I think that would have been, a
Staying
class
on your
thing to
feet,
do.
Ahmed.
And Potter should have taken that into account as well, and basically kind of at least made the change.
Richarlison, you bitch. he gets basically a tap on his shoulder. He flops to the ground, and the United players are like, "Oh yeah, let's try and kick the shit out of him to get this ball." And Richarlison's like, "Referee, where's the foul?" And the referee goes, "Oh yeah, there is a foul there. Handball, Richarlison. Free kick, Man United. Deserved." Deserved. Couldn't happen to a nicer player.
Who's this player? Yeah.
It's somehow a throw to Spurs here.
Which I went to Oldham versus Arsenal was 0-0. Boundary Park. That's it. Boundary Park. Yeah, awful place. Rich, awful. Stephen Langham said, "I would argue
deal
Jeff
with
Hurst,
it, bro."
please." Yes, Jeff Hurst. Yeah, definitely. You just met the rumours about Freddie he's always went a bit nutty when he was fasting. Yeah, not good. Michael saying Maguire would do better in goal. He would save everything with his head.
Oh, Matt's has bought that one. Put Richarlison in the book. It does feel like both teams are sort of trying to get another player on the other team sent off, but I'm not vibing with that because it's just like, is it because you're just that trash at the game that's what you've resorted to? Or?
Well, yeah, that's what it boils. If you can't get anything out of it, then all of a sudden you either kick the players or you try and do shithousery in it, and hopefully you're going to get a free kick. Yeah, I mean, look at that one there. I mean, Richarlison, yeah, I mean, there's nothing in there, and he's gone down. Okay, he's got a yellow card for the fun of it. But the player, who is it has gone on the deck? Is it Fernandes? Oh, no, it's Mazraoui. But the way he's gone down like that, I mean...
Cleared off a line.
Little glance there onto Mazraoui from Richarlison, and Mazraoui's milked it. So that there, it just answered your question.
Tell you what, Laniora going near post to meet the goalkeeper, and Vicario's spilled this. No, never mind, he didn't. He was actually saved it. That ball is a Spurs ball, that. When we switch the ball, right, the balls don't actually travel with pace. They just glide slowly, and all of these defenders can just sort of walk up to where the ball trajectory is. Like, is this for me? Oh, you shouldn't have. You're too kind. But anybody else that plays against us, they whip it. Switch the play.
That's the lack of effort. That is called lack of effort. Fox says, Gio made a point. Flog Areola for cash towards the new goalkeeper. As Fabianski's worth fuck all. This is the thing. For me, Frog, I would have made Fabianski our goalkeeping coach, or put him on the coaching team at least. That would have been ideal, having that. The experience he's got, and he understands the club then as well. Makes a perfect win for me. Rich says, Man United will be a lot stronger next season. They might challenge for the title, but they're a lot better, and they even might sign Gyökeres as well. There is this rumour as well. Another Arsenal player that apparently is going to Arsenal as well, Rich.
I appreciate your optimism for United, but I don't think it's quite going to chalk up to be a better season for United next season. We don't really hear. I think it will be worse.
Well, you've got to be worse to get better, as they say.
But how many times do you coin that phrase?
When there's nothing left on the bottom of that barrel, you've scraped it so thin, it's like literally like tin foil at this stage, because you've scraped the barrel that much. We've been there. 10 men at the back saying Dean Ashton and John Arnson both quality for us. I mean, yeah, I think we've been robbed of Dean Ashton and what he would have been, because he would have been an absolute legend. Rich is saying to panel on the chat, I think it's great fans from different clubs all talking. I started my Arsenal channel in January, but I like talking about other clubs as well. that's what we tend to do here, mate. I mean, it's a key thing. I mean, obviously, as you know, I'm a West Ham guy, but we have this with Fuzzy and Anthony when he decides to show himself for this show, and on Sunday I have a mixture of content people. So yeah,
I think I know where Anthony is. He's in the prayer room praying that Spurs don't win. But he's been locked in by the people who own the building, so he's banging on the doors just like, I've said my prayers, please let me out.
Yeah, because he hasn't replied back yet anyway. You were saying, Mama, the Lapasel talks with Newcastle as well. Any truth in the story? That'd be interesting.
Oh my God.
Stephen's asking for his channel, and Mama's kindly put it up there. That is Rich 99 Arsenal's channel. So if you can, he's a good guy as well. So make sure he's doing some good stuff. If we can, as always, support each other.
Crime or book him, ref. Book Brennan Johnson for that fat mouth he's got on him. Yeah, he's just kicked it out off the pitch. He's like, no, what the fuck? He just kicked it out. Like,
yeah.
And that you didn't even need slow motion replay for that. Oh, there's a chance for Ahmed. Nope, he's overcooked it.
Yeah, I'm going to say, can he do anything with
Didn't
it?
even prior. Like, the ball's in the box. This is the perfect place to shoot if the chance arises. Why don't people shoot in the box? But when it comes to United, oh, that Solanke touch is awful. Oh my God, Solanke. That should have been 2-0 right there, buddy. And his touch, he fucked that up. But it's like when we're not in the box, everyone in the attack thinks, shoot now, shoot now. When you're in the box, no, I've got to turn this way. Then I've got to turn this way. Then I've got to turn this way. Then I've got to do the goalkeeper with the us. It's like, it's complete and utter bollocks. It makes no sense.
This is what players do these days. There's no kind of directness anymore. That's he's shit touched. Yeah, he's completely wrong-footed himself there, isn't he? Wow.
I think he's probably like, oh, this pass is perfect. This pass is perfect. Easy as you like. Oh shit, where's the ball gone?
I know why Anthony's been late. He's been to the old barbers and that. He's got himself an haircut, had a shave and that, back sack and crack, and now he's come into the chat finally. Here he is, the old bastard. Oh, hello, mate. How are you?
Hello, lads. Hello. Tom, I sent you I did send you a message. I thought I sent it, but I didn't. So I've just
you got to
back.
press send. You know that thing, send.
I thought I pressed send, but I didn't. So I still got the message in there. No, I went to it was a family member's birthday. So what we did, we went out for a meal, and I literally just got back in. So I said to the missus, "So go on the stream." No, you're not. Yeah, I am. Fucking watch me. And Fuzzy, I'm not happy with you.
Don't be happy. Don't be unhappy with me, mate. Be unhappy with the bunch of twats on a football pitch who call themselves footballers, mate.
Oh God! I tell you what, I so much. I've never really wanted Man United to really win anything, and I don't mean that horribly. I don't mean that nasty. But tonight was the night that I was actually backing Man United, and
I feels like that's kind of the big problem there, Anthony. Is when everyone's like, "Oh, we back United to win." That's when United cock it up for everybody. That's probably why they're so hated. Is when people want them to lose, or when they wanted them to lose, they were winning. But when everyone's like, "Oh, little United, I'd like to see them beat Spurs," and then they go, "Ha ha, hold this out."
I reckon you got on the phone to Amber and you went, "Look, Anthony, who comes on our show is good, bad, the ugly. He's an Arsenal fan. He hates Tottenham, but fuck it. I want you down. You've got to lose tonight. Let Tottenham win." That's what you've done. You've distraught me, Fuzz. You only had one job to do. One job. Right? And you couldn't even do that. Well, actually, you're still playing, aren't you? But
yeah.
Frog saying, fans of the game itself get along for the most part. We do indeed. Once the trouble cobble is out of the way, yeah, you're absolutely right there, Frog. Clubs are not saying nothing. Paper say it's happening.
Richarlison is simulating. Just goes down onto the pitch. It's just like, yeah, I'm all good there, right? Just gonna go do this. Oh no, my leg's gone. Mate,
referee's already saying that. I've stopped the watch. So that comment there, Anthony, is about apparently the lap possibly to Newcastle.
Oh, bloody hell. So what's that then? So obviously they're going to add 2 main strikers then, obviously with the Ipswich for Delap and obviously Isaac up front then.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's probably will be the case. Mama, what's this about Isaac? Did he get broken? His house got broken into, and apparently he had bags of cash hanging around all over the gaff. By the sounds of it,
Did
didn't
he?
sound good. Yeah.
Right.
Bloody hell.
Spurs
That's all right.
subbing Son
Yeah.
on.
Who? That forgotten
Subbing
player.
Son on for Richarlison. So he literally just went down to waste time.
Oh, look, Richarlison's now taking his boot off. God, yeah, I mean, talk about fucking milk it. He looks half
He can
fucking
walk
fucking
perfectly
stand.
fine as well. So no,
Jesus.
look like slight limp. No, none of that. Just straight up.
Do you know what? That's stupid leaving cash around the house. I can't remember whose house I went into, but my wallet weighs an absolute fucking ton. I'm sorry, but
Yeah. The gift that keeps on giving, yeah.
yeah.
Matt saying Potter doesn't care about sentimental stuff. He wants certain players gone and couldn't care less about giving them a decent send off. Yeah, no, you're not wrong there, Matt. I think. Yeah, Matt saying no jokes in here. We'll just Mama Flossie to lay down the law, Frog. And he's also adding Delap's been linked with half the Premier League minus relegated teams. This is true. Frog saying Shane Gunner is a good lad as well, in my opinion. Yeah, he's not a bad lad, old Shane Frog.
Bizzuba gets the yellow card for putting his hands on Ahmed. Love it.
Look, I mean, see, look.
He goes to take the ball out of his hands to try
Yeah,
and
but the
waste
thing is,
time,
though,
but the referee goes, fuck off, leave him
But
alone.
look at that bit there. Ahmed goes down on the deck, and as soon as he goes down on the deck, first of all, and he's up like a shot. That
Yeah.
get him done.
Yeah.
Yellow
No, he's a
card.
good lad, that Shane Gunner. He's a good lad. I was on a show with him. When was it? I think it went last Saturday. I think it was the Saturday before. It was on Aaron's show.
Oh my
So it was
God.
me, Shane, and Aaron. You know, it was good to go.
What's going
Yeah.
on? Fucking hell. There's bloody somebody doing acrobatics off. Oh, I think he's injured himself as well, to be fair. Lying
Guys,
around
who
in
would
the
you
golf
take off
stand.
now? Who would you take off? What
Sure.
player would you take off now? And that way you're not sure.
Yeah, that was quick, wasn't it?
The one and only player he wants off.
Well, actually,
dear me.
I do want Rasmus off as well, to be fair.
Mm.
I think Van der Ven might have fucked himself here a little bit. Vicario's bloody doing an Onana here. What's going on?
Yeah.
Mind you, that's what you do though. You die in the box, basically.
Yeah.
You
Ace
kill
Van der
yourself.
Ven gets it.
He's
He gets it. Like
he's rolled around about 10 times so far. He's rolled himself around inside the actual goal mouth, and then he's rolled himself out to the 6-yard box there.
I'll take your word for it. I remember I said on the show I've no longer got TNT Sport. So
Yeah, that's the compromise, mate.
that's
I'll go out for the party and that, but yeah, go.
Yeah, I got no TNT Sports, so I can't watch. Well, I think what it was. I think it was the game I watched was on TNT. The last game was the PSG game, the first game, and I just didn't have I didn't have no confidence at all going into that second game against PSG. To be honest with you, so I thought, well, I thought take it off, save a bit of money. And now, when this football season finishes, and I cannot bloody wait until it does, because I tell you what. That when we come back for next season, I could just turn around and say, right, Anthony, Arsenal, yeah, we're going to finish second, 4th time running, trophyless. There you go, fuck it. I'll come back next season, Tom. Might as well.
Just leave a cardboard cutout of you in the background. That's
Yeah.
what I do. Richard's asking the question: who do you think should get manager of the season? He says Nuno at Forest, but now I think Howe.
Oh,
I think Ruud van Nistelrooy.
Van Nistelrooy.
I think he's like he's gonna either be, for me, it'd be one of 3. I think it'd be Eddie Howe, Slot, or like Nuno. They're the 3 managers that stick out.
There.
I mean, for me,
This is shit. This
Potter. Potter. No, fucking give it to Potter.
Mate, I mean, I would say it would be the case of, for me, I think go with Richard. It's out of Nuno and Howe, really, because I think both of those. I mean, looking at Slot, I mean, yeah, you can't say that he hasn't done wonders with that Liverpool side, but you've got to look at the fact of with Nuno, what he had to put up with last season, nearly getting relegated, to then kind of getting him into basically, Champions League to Europa slot.
Yeah.
So when you look at that in itself, for me, I think I like Eddie Howe, and I think he's got a good shout for it as well. But I think Nuno just edges it over because of that for me.
Yeah.
Anthony, when I say here come the long shots, which player am I talking about for United?
Comes the long shots. God, blimey, that could be. Ooh, not Fernandez, is it?
No.
Ooh.
I want you to guess. Give a name.
Give a name. Okay. Long shots.
Just come on.
Not Garnacho. I don't know. I not watched it.
Yeah, that's it. Garnacho.
Garnacho.
Garnacho, that's the one.
Fernandez.
Matt saying apparently Potter wants a new goalkeeper coach to replace Valeria. Like I said, it should have been Fabianski.
That's obvious.
It's most obvious. He knows the club.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer for me. I think we missed a trick on that one if he goes.
Yeah, true.
Stephen says, I like watching that Egal guy. He talks proper shit.
It does.
If you enjoy pain.
Do you know what? I actually shut Egal up once on a show. I was on a show with him, and he was going on about Arsenal and his undying love of Mikel Arteta. And Arsenal was going to win the quadruple, right? And I turned around and I said to him, Egal, if Arsenal wins the quadruple, what you want Arsenal to win the quadruple? I said, I got a bloody 15-inch penis. I said, but that ain't happening. And he turned around, he shut up for the show. Within 5 minutes, he came off. Honestly, that's true.
Couldn't stop thinking about
your 15-inch penis
prospect. To come off to sort himself out.
Yeah.
Sadly, found someone who's bigger than him. No, fuck that. Get off a cub.
Yeah. They call me Gunner.
Suddenly in the background, you hear Mrs. Yeah, and he fires blanks. Steve was saying, Rich, I'll go with the Palace manager. Yeah, Glasner's done well. Yeah, it's done well.
Do you design the theme for the Arsenal underwear, Anthony, that gets sold in the superstore?
Yeah, it's called Thong for Guy. Yeah, and he's got a cannon at the front. Right on the front, right in the right place where it's supposed to be.
Do you call it Skids for Skills?
Skids for Skills. No, that's on the back. That's written on the back.
It's like one of them things you fold out, so you got the two bollocks with two pair of wheels and that, and the cannon goes in.
Carl, you're spilling everything here.
Can't score if you don't
Garnacho
shoot.
long shot as well.
Garnacho.
To be fair, though, he did take the shot inside the box. So it was closer, but still, same idea.
About the Solanke thing. Solanke ain't worth £60 million. What Fuzzy was saying about Solanke missing a chance there.
Yeah, they were after, actually. They interviewed, you may have watched it, and this is on Sky Sports News, and they interviewed Ange, and he was actually going in for Ivan Toney. And he said, we really he said, we were on the brink of signing him, but then we thought we'd sign Solanke because they wanted it longer. Do you know what I mean? Like a longer process, like with Solanke in there and then the other players. So that was the reason why they didn't bother going for Ivan Toney. And it makes me think now, we were so-called apparently we were linked to him, but there was no evidence that we were linked to him. It was just rubbish talk. So obviously Saudi was going to, when Saudi comes knocking, your head's going to turn. You've tripled or quadrupled your wages anyway. So you know what I mean?
Bruno, why are you taking it first time?
I've never seen like this before, Fuzz.
Because you've probably not seen us doing a watch along for United. What a different beast. Well,
No, I didn't. Yeah, yeah.
the other day.
You suddenly pick up these old computer monitor screen and the old screen will go. Usual saying, did anyone see the first City goal last night? Got to be the contender of the goal of the season. Cool.
Oh, what, Marmouche?
Mm.
Yeah, that was a good goal. Yeah, definitely a good goal.
Mind you, so was Bowen's one on Sunday as well. That was a good goal.
Oh well,
Took
that was a bit of a fluke. But apart from that,
No, I think Porro's committed a foul.
That was
A soft foul.
here, Tom, are you using lotion on? Because you've caught you've caught the sun all around here. It's like you look a
It's
bit
Second World War lighting.
tan.
Yeah,
You can see you've caught the sun. It's
Thank
like you went back over to it's like you've been sunbathing in Croatia after those dodgy what.
It's called
slobber jobs.
let the secret gravy granules. That's what he does. It kind of thing. No, obviously, just put the roof down on the motor and just catch the rays as you're driving along. It's quite nice. It's not bad.
Oh.
I said, "Good evening, Anthony. I thought I saw an old English sheepdog taking the shit in the back of an Austin Maxi in the car park."
Fucking hell. I tell you what, Harry, he's up on his old motors, isn't he? The old God, boy, me. But big up, Harry, by the way.
The old British Leyland jobs.
Yeah.
Fox saying, "Yeah, watch that after you mentioned it. Scorcher, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a great goal." Brendan, I bet you trade that for one of the penalty though. Frog in the world, yeah, winning like a rocket. Very true. Rich saying, always good to know the panel. Is it Anthony and Fuzzy? Do you have channels? I'm not going to play Anthony's channel. Got copyrighted the last time.
That's because I got 127k subs. Yeah.
Claims copyright. Is it YouTube subscribers or is it RedTube?
Oh, it's definitely RedTube.
Well, saying that, when we did the review, the match review, me and you, Fuzz.
Mm.
Yeah, I got copyright for the beginning of the intro song and the outro song.
The funny thing is it's not actually copyrighted. It's free to use. So somebody at YouTube is tripping.
So they say, because obviously it's the actual owner of the song is where if he was monetized, then if there's any money in the video, then you won't get monetized. So,
right. You're gonna have to come up with a new intro then. You have that Fuzzy in the background. Come on, you idiots! Come on, you idiots!
It's not. No, it's Fuzzy's music. That's what it was.
Oh.
Yeah, any music I've played, I've always looked at the copyright usage on it, and never. It's weird because every time I'll use a copyright covered, it's free to use. Then all of a sudden, all moderation goes, "Oh, but you can't use it. Why can't I use it? Because it's copyrighted." Look at the title. Look at the free to use.
Yeah. What you'd have to do, Buzz, you'd have to pay Tom, and the old music he had on the Sunday night takeaway. Yeah, the one that he changed, the one that was too bloody loud. You'd have to use that now as your intro. You'd have to use that.
Wow.
Which just let you know that Fuzzy, the guy to my right there, or your left, is at HotFuzz44OG. That's his channel.
Yeah, I don't have a channel, Rich. I'm what you call a YouTube whore. I just keep putting it about.
It's probably the most uninspiring domination I see in a football match.
So, Fuzz, how do you rate this final? Out of 10 dildos, with 10 being the highest, how many would you rate it?
Judging that it'll be a scale of pain, then 10. But since it's painful to watch, bloody 1 out of 10. I mean, Spurs have not had a shot in the second half, by the way.
Yeah.
Just to gauge that.
Yeah.
They've
I
not
just
had a
wanna
shot. They've 3 attempts, 1 on target. And
Yeah.
it's agent Luke Shaw that's handed them the goal on a silver platter.
I just want to see one thing, Tom. I'm not going to say what it was, but did you see that little clip what James from E20 put on his channel? It was like a little video. Oh, blimey! Do you know what? We were in the restaurant and there was these people next to us, and they were a bit like like stuck up, sort of a bit snobby, that sort of thing. Well, I put it on. I didn't realise it was going to come out that loud. It was the whole bloody video, and they give me the most filthy stuff. I went, oh shit! Where's the volume? Quick, lower it down.
Is that you think a video is going to have one set of soundtracks on it,
Yeah.
and then you think you know what it is, but somebody's trolled it and they put the Pornhub intro at the start, so everyone's just like. The funny thing is that you always think all of these saint-like people are going to be like, "Oh, you watching Pornhub? How dare you?" And it's like, if you're such a saint, how do you also know what the music is?
Are you sub to Buzz? Are you sub to you're sub to E20, aren't you, James?
I think so.
Yeah. If you go on there, bring up his channel on YouTube, mute it. Is literally about a 20-second long video. Just mute yourself and just watch it. And I guarantee you, when you unmute yourself, Fuzz is he's gonna be laughing his head off. I know he is.
What's that? E20.
Mama, so looking at that was last year, 4th of April 2024, when apparently his house got broken into. They stole his car, jewelry worth up to 68,000 and up to £10,000 in cash. So yeah, they all got done for between 6 and 10 years, a lot of them. All looks like there's all 2 brothers and 2 families basically. Poor old sod. Traumatised was he was. Stephen Glasgow was good. He's decent at Frankfurt. Could have scored a brothel. That's obviously Richarlison. Or was that Hoyland? The one taking though, I must admit. I know Budgie would. No, Jeff would. Jeff would take Hoyland. Matt saying Sullivan wouldn't pay release clause though, Stephen. So only way to come if he resigns at Palace. So that's Glasner. I'll still take Thomas Frank. Richard saying, Anthony, I'm an Arsenal fan. I want this stubborn smug prick out of my club. I took as an apprentice living in an elite manager's world. He doesn't know how to play a plan B. No centre forward in 3 seasons.
Exactly, Rich. I totally agree with you on that one. Listen, when we first signed Mikel Arteta, I didn't want him in the first place. I still don't. I want him out the club. And I'll be honest with you now. This is the 3rd season now in a row that we finished second with no trophies. If we would have finished second this season with a trophy, that would have been fine. I would have literally been all for that. But even though it's nothing personally against Arteta, I just don't think he's the man that can take us to the next level and get us over the line. He's got us where he can, and that is it. So, like you, Rich, I want him out the club. And also, if we know that we need a striker and he can't see it, then why the bloody hell is he paid £15 million a year in wages? I'm sorry, but the manager, to me, I think he's a bit clueless, Mikel Arteta. You know my opinions on that thing.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. And as I say, it's just amazing.
Luke Shaw stays on. What world are you on?
Well, the way he's looking at it, we ain't going to win this game, so keep him on. Might be his last game.
What minute are you in?
It's the 85th minute now. We're still trading 1-0. Spurs have not had a shot in the second half, and United's trying to do up bloody prime City ball, all possession, no cutting edge. It's just shit. It's really shit. The whole game has been unbelievably piss poor.
He's won the ball there, Xerxes, in it, so he's got booked. What the fuck? Tim at the back saying, will be slot. He's won the Premier League and Liverpool stopped playing in January. This is true. He's pulled a right con to land that job with his phases bollocks shit, and that's obviously Arteta. Matt saying, as well as his lemons and yoga and the light bulbs. Don't forget the light bulbs.
Don't forget the light bulbs. Just a process,
Uh,
guys. Just a process.
Trust the process, the foundations. Frogs in the Wilson, absolutely. But Cronkies love that young man. Yes, somehow, like Simeone at Arsenal, the Cronkies would hate it. Arteta gets 50 million. That is a disgraceful. Yeah, we know that.
Trouble is, though, do you know? I don't know if anybody know this, but Mikel Arteta and our new director Berta, they've already had their first falling out.
Good. Long may it continue.
And it is good because what it is, Berta's saying, Grockeries, we got to sign him, and then you got Mikel Arteta saying, well, if I want a striker, I want Sesko. So I'm glad there is competition there, and they're going to have because what Mikel Arteta doesn't realise is he's got even though he's got entitled to a view and opinion like anybody else or whatever, he's the manager, great, but he can't tread on thin ice because Berta he's got Mikel Arteta's job in his hands. All he's got to do is click his fingers and say, "You're gone." So, that which is good news. Which is good news, by the way. But he's got to be careful because how arrogant our manager is. So,
Well, yeah, because did you see he got booked on the weekend?
Yes.
About time and all.
Yeah.
About time. So he's keeping up the tradition. The first one of the season, he got himself a yellow card, didn't he? And then he did this one as well. You were saying 1 minute left of injury time at the Southend game. Michael Blees is saying Tom Pond is for sale in the Good, the Bad, the Ugly store.
That's what they call him now, isn't it? Is Tony Tompon. Oh, when Yeti come up and said that, I couldn't stop laughing. I had to come off. Like,
Somebody just headbutt. I swear to God, somebody's just gone and headbutted Xerxes in the back of the head, and he's turned around and just gone and fucking knocked him out.
That's Basuma, isn't it? Is it Basuma? No.
Trouble is, they've got to be careful because Tottenham a lot of people don't realise this. Tottenham, when they're winning, they're very crafty. They try and get agitate your players and try and get your players sent off. From now to the final whistle.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they honestly, they're like. I think that comes more under. I've noticed it now since Ange has taken over, and I think that's one of Ange's strategy is to piss the opponents off and try and get their players sent off.
It's what I loved about that. People in the chat. Look, it rubs the lotion into his skin, or he gets the hose again. Matt's saying that I spread Bovril on my head. Oh man. Richard's saying it's crazy that Havertz is Arsenal's top scorer with 9 league goals. Mamouche scored that already since January. But Arteta fans will tell you Arteta is royalty. Fuck.
That's right, Rich. And guess what? Look at the players that Marmouche has got around him. I mean, who've we got behind a striker? You shouldn't even be playing the game this season, as far as I'm concerned. Martin Odegaard, that guy has been absolutely crap this season. I ain't worried about what anybody says or any other Arsenal fans say. That guy has been absolutely shit. And what is that young player? Now I'm worried. What has he got to do to get in that team? Because he should be playing in front of. He should be selected first over Odegaard.
True, absolutely, I agree on that. What you're just saying about this, Anthony, is just seeing how Romero's gone down because Harry Maguire just kind of given him a little bit of a hug, and he's gone down and he stayed down on the deck. Yeah, that's shit after it is finest, basically.
Yes,
that's a fucking yellow card all day long. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I can't stand him.
That's poor. That is absolutely poor. Pepsi's asking what's happening with the score predictions. Nothing wrong with the score predictions. I've got them all up to date. Basically, it's a case of where I've been working on this project, which finally now is over and done with, and it's up and running. Yes. So on next week's show, we'll have the winner, and it'll be announced what's going to happen.
I wonder who that is. I wonder who that is because the last time I checked and seen, I think, in all fairness, I think my son was top.
10 minutes of out of time.
Henry Ray Baker stormed out of nowhere, straight at the top.
Henry Ray Baker done it in the bloody fantasy league.
See?
Top. fair play to Henry on that, because she, when I seen it, Henry was like mid-table, just like for a while, and then she started gradually creeping up, and now Henry's top, and I'm like, how'd you work that one out? But fair play to Henry. What's that?
Pepsi's saying it's a 3-horse race in your FPL league going to the last day.
Yeah.
Frog's gone. Anthony doesn't have a channel. Many people call him a floater.
Yeah, I'm floating.
Where's the picture saying free to use still requires the creator owner's permission. The creator will give permission. It's about crediting there for the work, absolutely, because there's certain music where if I have to use it, I've literally got to kind of put the name of the creator of the artist and stuff like that. That then saves you kind of you can still do the thing and get monetized.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed, as they're saying, as opposed to public domain, absolutely, Frog. Good evening, James. Good evening, Tony Anthony and the Nervous Fuzz.
Big up, James.
You got James.
7 minutes of added time. Big up, James. Bit late on watching Fuzzy's team getting dusted.
Well, the irony about that is that you don't actually need Spurs to dust United. United do it to themselves.
Who's being done on the sideline? Someone on the sideline. Who's he pointing at? One of the Man United coaches. Is it Lindelof or is it Lindelof? Or is it the coach? Is he still going on? Can you Johnny Evans sitting down as well?
Is Johnny Evans playing?
No, he's
sitting on the bench.
Oh.
Rich says he's even taken a Wembley away from us, and his interviews is like watching a kid being questioned if he'd been to school or not. It's embarrassing. Yeah, it's all about the Arteta, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think that's come off of Spurs.
And the reach arounds as well, Harry. Yep. Rich says, I hope Berta gets so annoyed with Arteta. We can all hope.
Yeah.
Usual said Southend 5 minutes into extra time, Forest Green go 2-1 up. Oh, fucking hell. Bastards. Brenda said, Harry, you do love a reach around.
Kids crying in the crowds. I swear to God, these crying kids in the crowd are just paid actors.
Comment in the Arsenal dressing room, Tozy.
I swear to God.
That's a Beach Boys song, wasn't it? Yeah, could be. Michael, please saying, amazing me how lately players get kicked on the leg and go down holding their heads. Yeah, that one is absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, there's a bit of a clash there, but Maguire. Which saying Anthony Odegaard has been our worst player this season. I agree on that one. He's the weakest captain I've seen in football. Well. When Yeri's been one of our best players, his agent will be getting calls, I bet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Our
if
captain,
he goes,
the ex-West Ham player.
Told you that.
Yeah.
Told you that from day one, mate. But you imagine if when Yeri goes, that'd be.
Well, I don't want him to think, because if that's the case, and if he does go, because we got rid of Smith Rowe, it makes you think, does Mikel Arteta actually believe in product youth? And even though he literally come out and said that, right at the beginning of this season in his press conference, we're going to start using Project Youth a little bit more. So the only ones that's come out really is him and Skelly, but it looks like Skelly's the main one in a minute.
Oh my God, that's Ronaldo nearly on the halfway line. Oh my God, that's a rarity. He's usually inside his own net.
Which reckon Arsenal need at least 3 new attacking players.
Yeah, we do.
Frog says, put a tash on Arteta and he looked great in I Want to Be Break Free video remake.
Has Tom Arteta been in the chat tonight or no?
No sign of it today.
No.
Brendan saying, I see that Forest and West Ham will be fined for not controlling their players. Yes, but that referee lost control fully. So what is his punishment?
What are you doing?
This is the thing, Brendan. I mean, I don't know if you saw the game, Anthony, but that referee was absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking.
Yeah.
For both sides. At least he was consistent in that respect. But near the end of the game, he just let it go. And it's like no, you fucking fight, and I'll come in when you've calmed down, and then I'll say my bit, kind of.
Yeah.
Let's hope the bloke gets promoted.
Forrest was on the counter, but there was certain spells in that game too. Well, I really thought at that time, even though Forrest obviously won 2-1, but what I was thinking of, I was actually thinking there was times where you could have, where it was 1-0, you could have went 2-1 up, you could have went 2-1 up,
Yeah.
and I thought to myself, oh, it's a perfect chance, but I don't know. I just feel like you're the same as us at the minute, too. You need that striker, and I tell you what striker West Ham should go in for. Who I think he'd be good.
Rasmus Højlund.
No, he's desperate to fucking get rid of him, isn't he? You could tell.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. I reckon Tammy Abraham.
There is that. So I mean, his name is cropped up yet again.
Yeah.
You know, his name's cropped up, and I mean, I've seen over the last couple of days on on the Google things and stuff like that, some weird and wonderful names being pulled out of somewhere, and you think, who the fucking hell's that?
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Because I think you're after a striker that we're after as well. I can't think of it. Who it is? We've been linked with him as well. Jonathan David. He's on a free.
Yeah.
But there's a little twist in that because what it is, Napoli wants him. Osherman plays for Napoli, even though he's gone to Galatasaray. But Napoli wants to get rid of Osherman. They want him literally gone off the books. So what that means is if they get Jonathan David in for free, he's going to free up Osherman. And the rumours is Napoli will let him go for about 55 million just to get him off the books. So in all fairness, I don't know, for 55 million, I'll take Osherman at Arsenal all day long. I would.
You definitely need something. I mean, like, it's interesting to see what we will get. I mean, obviously, the Jonathan David one has been banded around, but there's also talks that it possibly won't happen because, again, I think he's looking for more like Champions League and Europa League, which obviously we can't.
I think it is, Todd, but I think where the trouble is, though, what people don't understand is, he's free, but what comes with that is a bloody big wage, a bonus. Agent fees as well, so that you've got to put all that into consideration. And then once you add all that up, it's like signing a bloody player anyway.
Yeah, it's true, and you're not exactly gaining anything from that.
No,
that's for sure. We're just saying, Fuzzy, do you think
the wrong side of the post, and that is it?
Richard's asking you a question, Fuzzy. He says, "Do you think Man United fan or owner Ratcliffe will back you?"
No,
he's got a lot of people out of the club.
Nope.
Good. Next one. Pepsi says Amran needs sacking for losing a final to Spurs. Absolutely.
To be fair, it is a sackable offence losing to Spurs 4 times in a season. By the way, we've lost 4 times to them.
I'm going to tell you
3 competitions.
That Europa League, the run you've had right up until now, I reckon this is what's kept your manager in a job. Personally, because I don't think he's the right man for the job. And Man United, it proves you need a
Spurs have fucking won the Europa League.
You're on a rebuild at Man United. It's obvious.
Look at that.
We're not on a rebuild. I wouldn't call it a rebuild. I call it.
You got Casemiro and Garnacho both trying to go for the same ball there.
We are done. I think Ange's
crying.
I think Ange's crying. I think he's just like, I've been through the fucking rigour here, mate.
The question is now, and I'll ask people in the chat as well, do you think that after this, or we won't hear it straight away?
Yeah.
Is that?
Yeah, where's that P45, Tony? Right, okay.
Yeah, it's
giving up my spot tonight. Right, it was nice knowing you guys. I'll catch you guys maybe sometime in the future as a special guest for the good, the bad, and the ugly. As United have lost to Spurs for the 4th time this season in 3 competitions and given them a trophy. Thank you, Agent Luke Shaw, for that one. You fucking fat burger.
Champions League.
17 years since Spurs won a trophy as well, put it that way. The question is I'm going to put to you two and the people in the chat. After this, does Big Ange say, I told you I'll get a trophy in 2 years, and then leave Spurs?
Is a possibility that can happen because he has...
Daniel Levy will keep him in with his love notes. He'll be like, you gave me my Spurs back.
So he always said he wins a trophy in his 2nd season.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously he's done that now because you said it's full time now, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's done. It's done.
Right, so Fuzz, mate, I like you and I respect you, but tonight you're a prick.
Call me.
No, I'm joking.
Call my team a prick. Like,
All right,
imagine what they've been doing to me.
But you're the
Forget
closest
what
one.
they've done to you. What have they done to me?
I
What
know,
have they
I
done
know.
to the fans that have travelled out there? That paid
What have
hundreds
they
of
done
pounds
to
for
me?
tickets.
Tottenham.
Gone, that
Tottenham.
shows
We're
pride
gonna
as
have it
well.
now.
Oh,
We're
what
gonna have.
do you
We're
think's
just gonna
happened
say.
to him? West Ham.
Casemiro's dumbfounded. Richard saying, Tony, a perfect manager, I think, for you. Well, would have brought great balance, but it would be hard to get him. Would be Allegri's ex-Juventus manager now in the league. We was hoping to get hold of him at one point anyway, but Sullivan, unfortunately, Richards had other ideas. You'd have to pay big though, yeah, and that's where the stumbling block is because unfortunately Sullivan wouldn't do that.
I tell you
Fox
what,
goes, so if Chelsea win, sorry, just to comment, I'll come to you.
yeah,
Fox going to say, if Chelsea win next week, that's 3 cups in London. None of them called Arsenal, and Arteta will claim they are great.
Oh, fucking hell, yeah. I tell you what, you want. I don't know if you've actually Googled it. You know, you want the Brentford manager, Thomas Frank.
Mm-hmm.
Have a look and see what he's on. His wages. You can Google it right now, and you're telling me you can't afford his wages. If you had about 2 or 3 million on top of his wages, I reckon you'll get him. Seriously, I reckon you will because I think Potter is on more money than what he is.
4.5 million.
4.5 million. You offer him 6.5.
We pay that in rent on the London Stadium.
Yeah. I don't understand why you can't get him for next season. Thomas Frank, I reckon he might be. I think he'd be the right guy for you for West Ham.
Bloody hell, man. Like I said, I've said it all. You know, I've said this quite so many times.
Yeah.
I think it'd be the great choice to have. Yeah, go all out. Pepsi says, in all fairness, and in brackets, Anthony's saying, Big Ange needs a statue bit outside the toilet bowl for the amount of shite he's put up with. That's a fair comment.
Yeah.
Frog says, Pepsi, do you reckon Ange will give them the finger at the end of the season? I mean, you know, I believe there is that very much that possibility that he can turn and say, you know what, if I ain't going to get back together, what's the fucking point of being here? And literally like drop the mic and walks off.
Oh, the Tottenham fans want him, mate. I've been watching it all on YouTube. Like certain Tottenham shows and streams, they're saying they want Big Ange out. Now he's won the cup, so he's now
How
won the
many
European trophy, got him
How
into the
many
Champions
flips?
League, which I'm pissed about. Right? What are they going to turn around? Are they going to beat Ange in now or what? Because if they are, they're the biggest flip flop merchants ever.
This is going to be Big Ange, right? After the trophy, right? After the trophy celebrations, that's him.
That looks like a young Eddie Howe.
I was going to say, yeah. Yeah, after he's been second, taking his payoff, yeah. Pepsi's gone, oh, Jesus Christ, it's happened. Yeah. North London is white, apparently now.
Oh.
They've won a European trophy before your club, Anthony. What the fuck?
Yeah. I know.
I mean,
I hate United more than Tottenham.
But it's okay, Anthony. It's okay. Arsenal fans are winners too, because North London forever, whatever the weather. You're all one club. You're united.
I mean, let me just try and find this fact. Show you this one, Anthony. Fuck off, bastard. Let me just go back onto here. See if we can share it. And this just kind of sums things up a little bit for you and all.
Yeah. Come on, people. There's 75 of you watching this. Hit that like button.
Let me just move that comment out there. So this just shows you, look, Arsenal FC, 21 years without a title, 33 years without Carabao Cup, 0 UCLs, 0 Europas, 0 Super Cups, 0 Club World Cups, no UCL in 139 years, never defended a Prem title. The fan base has the audacity of Real Madrid, but in reality, they're closer to Blackburn.
Yeah. I see. Look at that prick on the side with that camera. Oh my God. I just want to. Oh.
Yeah, well, is that the gif of Erdegaard taking the pictures?
Yeah,
Do you reckon
look.
he's out in Bilbao taking the pictures for the Spurs players?
I reckon he is.
Probably
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
He's in the press. He's got the press. He's taking the photographs.
Let me just take that off.
But yeah, real talk though. Rest in peace, Manchester United. Like this is it. We are not coming back now. The board,
yeah.
Jimbo Prickcliffe has got himself the perfect excuse to not spend a fucking penny in the summer now. He's not going to pick up the phone to anybody. He's going to sign one or two players and that's it. He's going to go, sorry guys, you can't sign anybody else. Yeah, you can. You can sell half of the pricks that got us this loss tonight and then replace them with players that would have won us that final tonight. Makes sense. It's a simple equation.
Yeah. Mama Floss is right there. That was
just what we all didn't want.
Yeah.
We're never at the end of this now.
If I may add to the Amorim sackable offences tonight, Luke Shaw played for 90 plus minutes.
Jesus
and
Christ,
Rasmus started that game.
I'm sorry, Fuzz, but you're the only Man United fan on here tonight. We've got to blame someone. We've got to blame you, mate.
Your brother's in here, in the chat.
Yeah, but did you call? I called him yeah, is he still in the chat now? Or is he gone?
Joe,
he's still in the chat. He's getting it. He is getting it.
He's there. Look, I mean, usual, but never mind, Fuzzy. At least Radcliffe can save money on that barbecue. And Joe,
they're probably going to cancel that too.
Ian.
I'll tell you what. The crazy thing, right, is that the last game of the season is at home against Aston Villa. We are going to get fucking smoked in that last Premier League game. So you're going to get the most depressed 11 in history that are going to get absolutely rolled up into a spliff and get smoked and probably be so bad that the regulators of the Premier League will swap out Ipswich for Man United to get relegated. They'll be like, just due to the embarrassment, you gave Spurs a trophy, you can get relegated instead of Ipswich, because Ipswich would have never let that happen.
No, I think they would have put more of a fight as well, Ipswich.
Yeah, they would. They actually would.
Good evening, Ian. How you doing? He says, "Oh God, they're going to be unbearable." That's saying. Good evening, Richard. Good evening, lads. He says, and also blames Amorim for tonight starting shit when there was better on the bench. Oh, fuck Rasmus all in that door at the Scunthorpe.
Yeah.
Dog saying, keep calm. Tottenham Hotspurs are still shite.
To be fair, though, it's kind of a piss take that Spurs will have Champions League football. This has got to be the chance that Spurs go out crazy in the transfer market and make themselves a decent team. Except they won't. They'll keep themselves around that sort of mid-table mediocrity next season.
Levy will still do the same shit. Yep, he will do the same shit.
They won't use that as the opportunity to actually, defeat the stereotype.
Well, if that happens now, obviously with Tottenham winning, it makes it more interesting to see what players they can attract to their club for next season. And they need it because they're playing Champions League. So,
now demand now. They're going to demand now that Levy opens up his purse and starts spending some cash.
Yeah.
And we know where that goes.
Yeah, well, that's the problem, because they'll go, Levy, let's go Levy, sign us some players, and Levy goes, what are these guys laughing about? What are these guys charging for players? They're wanting players. We don't sign players.
It'll be literally, you go and get fucked, basically. That's what he'll be saying.
Yeah.
Look at that. Matt's saying, win shit, get smacked. Pepsi saying it's amazing, finishing 17th in the league and getting Champions League football.
It's a joke. I think
he could
wrong.
still finish above us, to be honest.
Arsene Wenger said the same. He thinks he's wrong. I think he's wrong because with this new format in the Champions League, there's no dipping out going into Europa League now. So why is it that somebody wins Europa League? Why should they go into the Champions League? And I'm not being funny. I would count my own team in that as well. Arsenal Football Club. If that was us winning the Europa League tonight, I say if we did that shit, we shouldn't be going into the Champions League. I don't care. I don't care. We shouldn't be going into it.
Pepsi's asking, when was the last time Man United didn't qualify for Europe?
Moyes season. because that was the season where we didn't have Conference League. We finished 7th, one spot off Europa League.
Man, it's just gonna. We are not going to hear the end of this anyway.
Oh.
Frogs going. No, having only champions in the Champions League has devalued all of the Euro trophies. Ironically, when it was the European Cup, it was for champions only. There you go.
I tried reverse psychology, and it's not quite cracked up to the way it's been. Just wanted a big blockbuster games because all the other teams that had better quality weren't the ones that were getting champions every season.
Oh man! I mean, God, it's just. I mean, that pitch looks a bit fucking ropey to me.
Oh fuck it! Replay.
Look at that.
Like that. What's that? Bollocks! Open is equalised.
Big up Exponential. Oh, Tony, I understand you're not showing my post, but just give me a thumbs up. Exponential, I didn't see your post first of all. If I missed it, my bad. So please put it back in again, and I'll make sure I put it back up. Hope you're keeping well, buddy. And again, apologies. I didn't see that. If you have, I'll have to go back and find it now because my bad. But Richard said, Fuzz starts a new show for next season, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, because we've got no fixtures in Europe next season. Got to find something to do.
Yeah, the no European competitions club. Sorry, guys, that Anthony, you're not invited. Tony, you can join us. The European competitions club.
Yeah.
You can sit on the outside and look in at us all having fun, talking about no midweek fixtures.
Yeah.
We'll still be shit on the weekend.
Tom was on about tweaking the channel, obviously, for next season. So Wednesday night show is going to be called The Good, The Bad, The Ugly, and The Complete Fucked. So it's
Who's the ugly one going to be next season then?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, I don't know.
Because I know which category I'm in.
The fucked.
I'm not even in the show because I'll have my P45 for being sacked. Tony's going to sack me. Sack me off the show. Get out of here. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yep. The comments are coming in thick and fast now. The phones are going.
Okay. You'll have
haywire.
something, Anthony, that Spurs will never have.
Look at that. Do you know what? A nice piece, a nice bit of lamb will do on that plate with fucking roast potatoes, pudding. Oh, nice fucking roast right on that plate. Did they get that from the carvery?
Yeah, it's probably.
What the hell is he taking a picture of? What's that? I know it's. Oh yeah.
It's when the masses flooded out the stadium before half time.
Yeah.
All fucked up. But yeah. After watching that goal, it probably would have been the same situation for me. I would have left the stadium after watching Luke Shaw. The funny thing is, though, is that the closest we came to scoring the second half was a Luke Shaw header that Vicario had to stretch to make the save for.
Yeah.
He could have actually equalised for us, but because he missed, I'm just going to claim that he did that on purpose. So, fucking even more now.
But for the people on the panel, and also for the people and for the wonderful people that's in the chat, right? Can you explain to us, how are you feeling right now?
Like an absolute... No, I can't say that. I shouldn't say that word. Shit. Absolute shit. I'm feeling very Bristol City right now. I'm feeling like a championship team.
Yeah. Well,
there's a fix for that. There's a fix for feeling like Bristol City. That supports the Bristol Rovers.
Yeah. Oh, that's even fucking worse. Do you know what? that Bristol City is even going to be worse next season because apparently we've got our best 5 or 6 players are leaving. They're leaving Bristol City. They're going to other championship teams. Obviously, double the wages because we're fucking tight down at Ashton Gate as well. Like the owners down there. And the only good news is there's a possibility for next season we could be loaning Earthy again from West Ham for next season.
For who?
Earthy for Bristol City.
Earthy.
Yeah. Because I think he does need to go out on a loan thing again. But he's been using him as a super sub. And you can't with Earthy, you cannot be playing. You cannot leave him on the bench. That's a player you've got to be playing. Honestly,
Yeah, I think he does. I think we said before he needs another one more year. I mean, obviously we've got to see what's going to happen with Freddie Potts.
oh yeah, Potts. Yeah.
If he comes back as well. But I think Earthy, yeah. I mean, he's had a great season with you guys, so it's good in that respects.
Yeah.
Your brother's saying, I shall be glad at 6 p.m. Sunday and the Bastard season is finished.
Yeah.
Frog was saying about Fuzzy or Odegaard taking a picture of the StreamYard duck in the corner. Gary, good evening to yourself, mate. Evening, gents. Don't worry, we're back in Europe in 2 seasons. 100%. That's what we like to see. Hope you will, matey. Ian's also saying, like I don't want to see the Spurs fans at work tomorrow. Lucky enough, I'm only going to bump into a couple of them.
Luckily, my Spurs colleague ended up leaving a few months ago. Well, about half a year ago. So at least I don't have to go to work and see him there.
Well, because he never had fucking work to go to.
They're all unemployed.
No, I have too much bloody bastard time off.
Yeah. Have you got work
I'm
tomorrow,
going to need even
Fuzz?
more now. I need to hide from everyone.
Have you got work tomorrow, Fuzz?
Actually, yes, I do.
Fucking hell. Breaking news. Fuzzy has work on a Thursday. It's coming out
Now
on
you
Sky
watch.
Sports News.
You watch, right? The street that my place of work is on, they're going to have banners out and everything saying, congratulations for giving Spurs a trophy.
Man.
They're going to come for me.
Mandy says, I don't care at all. Good evening, Mandy. I don't care at all. Both showed how poor they are. Good luck to Spurs in the Champions League. Laughing out loud.
Yeah.
True. They'll play against real teams in the fucking Champions League and they'll end up with, like, conceding an average of 3 to 4 goals a game with Ange.
And Mandy's saying, yeah, exactly, Fuzz, because she's putting Ange another year laughing out loud as well. And I'm just looking, are you looking at this kind of platform they're walking on? How shit does that look?
It's for Spurs, isn't it? That's the one that Levy bought. Levy and Ratcliffe is
Anthony,
going
you
to
should
emergency fund together to pay for it.
Jesus Christ. You'd knock up something better out in your back garden, mate. It looks fucking poor. It's literally...
He'd do what in his
done
backyard?
It's done in like a diamond kind of thing. It's in there, and there's a Spurs badge underneath on the top of it.
Yeah.
But it looks like they've just knocked it up overnight in the backyard.
Fucking hell.
It is shite.
I want the backboard bit to just fall on all the players. Oh, look at that. 22 injuries for the start of next season. That's a shame.
It's bad, isn't it? Pepsi saying the South End game and Forest Green, it's a penalty shootout in there. Good evening, Mike. West Ham United. Hope you good to see you and all, mate. All the birds have won. Yes.
That's true. Literally every club that's had a bird in its logo has won from the Premier League.
Yeah. Fuzzy wants his work to hire Donna Cullen.
Oh, God.
I'd hire security just so that you can't enter the fucking same city as me. Oh, sorry, he can't enter the same city as me.
Look at that. I mean,
sorry,
but that platform is just pants. Mandy saying, remember one thing, us winning conference give Moores an extension and we have gone backwards ever since. Very true.
Don't
Mandy.
count your chickens, Tottenham, just yet.
Good observations there, Mandy. You're not wrong there.
Because it could all go to absolute shit next season. Do you know what? The funny thing is we'll have some delusional fans in our fan base this summer. They'll go, oh, At least you haven't got to worry about European competitions. It means we can have a good go at the Premier League. I swear to God, I sincerely hope a piano falls out of the sky on every single one of those people.
Fucking piano.
Do you know what? There was only one manager that done that, Fuzzy, and that was Conte at Chelsea, because Chelsea did not play any European games, Europa League or nothing, and he won in the league. But obviously Tottenham won't do that. But what riles me now, I don't know if you know this, Tom or Fuzz, with Tottenham winning tonight, so they'll win a trophy, they get all the revenue of tonight's thing, and then they get more revenue, money on top of that, entering into the Champions League, and also the money on top of that of what they've done in the league so far. Do you know how much that comes to? That comes to 100. That comes, no word of a lie. It comes to, apparently Tottenham will be getting this season an approximately 120 million. Now, guess what? We finished second, no trophy left, right? No trophies or nothing. We get an extra 65 million more than Tottenham. So that's 185 million we'll get for this season at Arsenal, and they get 120.
So that kind of sums up your season, mate. That's for sure.
It does. It does.
Can I just say here, right, just to cover more shades of shit with this, Spurs in every factor in the statistical aspect have actually broken the records for the least involvement in a game of football for a European final ever.
Yeah.
Right. 27.7 possession, 115 passes completed. Right?
Well, yeah.
3 shots, and they are European champions. That's the lowest figures
low.
that Opta has on record by any team in a major European final.
Blimey.
So no one has been more. We've literally not had a worse winner of a European competition ever.
That says it all, in fact. That definitely says it all. Frog's going, at least we can always tell Spurs we won it first, unlike Arsenal. Matt's gone, it's tacky because Spurs weren't supposed to win. Yeah, Matt, it looks bloody awful, that thing. Good evening. And Gary's asking, what do you guys think about the Todd Bowley takeover? Any truth or complete bollocks? So I didn't think it was Todd Bowley on that one, Gal. I think it was a case of it's supposed to be this other guy who's Mark Walters. He's a co-owner of Chelsea, and he's part of an investment group. And apparently they've got something in the region of 260 billion in assets. So he's supposed to be one of the kind of join old Trip Smith in the buyout of West Ham or gold shares. So I think it's him. Todd Bowley in there. I don't know what's going to happen with him, but I don't think he's part of it. I mean, if we don't want Todd Bowley, look what he's done with Chelsea. He'll just spend for fun. Oh, look at that. Southend penalty saved. Jesus. FGSC, Forest Green in it. Thank you for that, Pepsi. Yeah, so Trip Smith is the guy that's, because he was the one I think I mentioned, was it last year or so, when he sold his shares, or the firm he used to own. Europa League champions since 2025, Spurs. Yeah.
At least you know that the world's coming to an end soon. It's like the white horse in like the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse or something. It's like, yeah, Spurs winning a trophy is beginning of the end, guys. Say your prayers.
Not good. Not good. Right, people, will be wrapping it up shortly. And that, don't forget, if you can, if you haven't already, or spread the word and get people to subscribe to Fuzzy's channel as well. He's on 250. Let's get him a bit higher as well. if we can get that going, it'd be much appreciated. And I'm
Nah,
on
fuck yeah, they
the
lost tonight. They lost tonight. No, unsub.
I've got more subscribers than Tottenham Hotspur had bloody passes in a game of football. More subs than Spurs had fucking passes. It's insane. What the fuck?
So yes, other than that. But yeah, so we're going to start wrapping it up. Fuzzy, you got anything coming up for the rest of the week?
Therapy. But yeah, aside from that, just try and survive. Probably scream Glazers, Linios out, which is still my username for this StreamYard thing. Yeah, onwards to the next one, guys. Aston Villa at home. We'll collect our trophy at the end of the season. We tried trophy, and we'll see contract extensions for half of the team, and every excuse in the book to not sign any players in the summer. It's great.
Great stuff. Anthony, you on with Lee tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm on with Lee tomorrow night. Obviously Arsenal Alliance, the biggest fucking flip flop there is on YouTube. And all I gotta say is, look, sorry I'm late tonight coming on, but I thought I had to, and that, and well, I just want to say thanks for people in the chat. And the other thing I want to say is as well, I'm glad I'm not a fucking Man United fan. So that's one other thing.
You're not glad to be an Arsenal fan either, mate.
Jesus. Yes. So
yeah. And I just want to say that there's one thing as well. Anybody who's following Jez Collins, he's going to be changing his show name. It's no longer going to be Arsenal History and More. I can't remember if he said if it was Jez Arsenal or Jez is an asshole. It's one of the two. So I think it's the second one. But yeah,
That's
a joke, by the way. But yeah, it is Jez Arsenal. That's his name of his new show. And I just want to say big up to everybody. Make sure you sub and subscribe to I come up for the name of the bloody show now. I can't think of it. Hammers Football TV, and also unsub to fucking HotFuzz44 after tonight, because I'm well, fuck it, I'm unsubbing. So
unsub to Anthony Herbert's channel where he hasn't got a
channel. Keep it real. Yeah.
Apparently, Forest Green Rovers became the world's first vegan football club in 2015.
They did. I think. Is that to do with the owner? Because I think he's
really
vegan as well, and he does all the. I think he's environmental friendly with the earth or something like that. But the Forest Green owner is the. I can't remember. You may have heard of him, Tom. I can't remember, but he does all the. He's the one that put all the was it the wind the things to get
the wind turbines?
Yes, he's the one that's created them. Yeah.
So look that one up.
Yeah.
Your brother's saying that when hammering out, I won't trust him with a summer transfer window. You ain't got a clue. Proved it tonight.
Yeah.
Got Chelsea Fan TV out here live streaming. It's a sad day, but let's try and distract ourselves. Fuck's sakes, like we've depressed half of the fucking country.
They're gonna jump on the bandwagon, Fuzzy. You got no choice here, mate. Revy said, just seen DR Sports, Robbie Ty saying they don't want to win the Europa League and only want to win the UCL is laughable. Okay, now, man.
Honestly, like I know that they've probably sealed second place now, but if it wasn't that case, I would have loved to have seen the looks on their faces if the final day of the Premier League went to shit and then end up in a Europa League position and just be like, well, that went well.
Not the fans, but I just want to say, Man United, you're a bunch of wankers. Thank you.
On the
Tell
other
the
hand,
players.
though,
Tell the players.
Southend's won the penalty shootout.
Oh, then.
There's the scores there. The way he's done it, look.
Oh, blimey.
How the dressing rooms are all fruity. Pep's out absolutely awful. Even the Spurs and Southend winning. Which and you should know about Forest Green living in South Gloucestershire.
No, I don't.
No, I don't.
No, I don't.
Oh,
All I know is that they had a manager there, and they sacked him. That was all big Duncan Ferguson.
Thank you, Pepsi. Dal Vince, just stop all thunder, aka a prick. Bloody hell.
I think that's, yeah.
Well, if that's the case, they deserve to be knocked out then. Well done, Southend. On that note.
Yeah.
Rich is saying, you watch United Sunday, now better Villa, and we'll all say, why did they not play like that Wednesday against Spurs?
Yeah, true.
There is that to it. Anyway, people, we're going to bring this to an end now. Thanks for being with us. It's 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's not bad for us, really. It's a bit shorter than normal. As you said, Anthony will be back on tomorrow with Lee on the Alliance Football, or whatever it's called, Arsenal Alliance. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
And me and Budgie will be on tomorrow night with the West Ham review. We'll be talking about, obviously, Potter, the last game of the season upcoming, and, of course, some goings on in and around the club. And, obviously, Fuzzy will be crying into his milk.
Crying into his milk, yeah.
I'm crying into an empty glass now. It's finished. I've finished my milk.
What you should have done before that game, Fuzz, you should have phoned up your
Cheers,
manager
Frog.
and got into with the team. And these fucking light bulbs. That's what's missing for your team is a fucking light bulb. That. If you had a light bulb, you would have won that tonight.
Yeah. Probably would have.
Light the way. Anyway, people, we're going to be bouncing out. As always, thanks for being with us. We look forward to seeing you next week, where we'll be talking about the penultimate end of the season and what a shower shit it's been for all three of us, basically. In that, but as always, we always say, for the greater good.
For the greater good. Say it, Fuzz.
For the motherfucking bullshit of Spurs winning.
That dude.
We'll end on that.
We'll end on that one. Take care, people. We'll see you soon. Take care.
Fuck you, United.
Here comes another copyright strike.
Why is this the intro? Pornhub,